last time on the Don and Mike Show.
We're going to play What You Got in There. You have a towel on.
Nothing, obviously, that we can see.
Can't see a goddamn
Very good.
Let's see what she's got in there. Take the towel off.
All right, now she's reaching.
Oh, she really had it inside.
Oh, dear. What is it?
It's an inhaler.
An inhaler.
I'm going to give you an extra prize if you can put it in and actually make it go.
The Don and Mike Show.
Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara Show. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi. Welcome to our show. Son of a beach.
Hello, everybody. You got the Don and Mike Show. Coming to you live, 4 hours every weekday. From the studios of WPEK, Washington, D.C. Broadcasting nationwide and coast to coast. You can call Don and Mike anytime for free at 877-365-3636.
Oh, that's right.
Turn your radio down. Know who what you do call. Don't call to play the name game. No calls to rate women. Don't ask when they're coming to your town. What? And don't call telling jokes.
Oh, really?
The Don and Mike Show.
Jesus, you're not laying in your own puke, are you?
The Don and Mike Show. You can get it. Move to your left. Move to your right. The Don and Mike Show. The best thing you're going to find. The Don and Mike Show. On your radio. The Don and Mike Show.
You can call Don and Mike anytime, toll free at 1-877-365-3636. That's 1-877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
It's the Don and Mike Show, and they'll say what they wish.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Well, I've heard a lot of people use his name in vain.
Especially last night.
In the scant 12 hours that we've been in Tampa Bay. But if I hear one more person say, Phil effing Hochberg, I'm going to really be mad. Ladies and gentlemen, son of our Lord, here he is, Phil Hochberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rob Spiewak. Take it away, Rob.
I'm Rob A. Rob Spiewak from the Don and Mike Show on WJFK, and I want to know, are you ready to help our team do a big win over the Giants today? What do you say, fans?
What do you say, fans?
Rob Spiewak. You know, the phrase I heard a lot last night was Phil H. Hochberg. You know, by the way, Phil is sorry he couldn't make it today.
Why?
Well, he was waiting for Buzz for a ride for the airport, and Buzz just didn't pick him up. I don't know what the thing was.
Where am I going? No one told me.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. York, Oxbig, and all the ships at sea. Hey, stop by their broadcast site and let them pop a couple of hot balls in you. Live from Superb Owl 35, it's the Don and Mike Show.
And hopefully, Rob, that is the last time we're going to hear this Superb Owl thing
Just
from you.
for 51 weeks, 6 days.
He loves that gag.
Hello, thank you for listening, everybody. We're live with the Super Bowl. It's a new episode. Hey, Westwood One has really gone all out and spared no expense. They're our network, and it's Friday, January 26th, and the phone number same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
877-365-3636. Do I not have the Elvis music here? Is that the one thing we don't have here?
Oh, that's one thing that slipped my mind.
Lisa.
Welcome.
She'll have it.
Lisa, punch it in, Lisa. Come on, punch it in.
Good job, Lisa.
There you go. And welcome to the smell of cheese. Surrounded by collectors, surrounded by fans,
Surrounded by colleagues, Don. Colleagues in the wonderful world of radio.
That's right. Jim Rome, Sports Chicks with Dicks, Bob Golick, Caro, your Framingham.
We are having a good time today, aren't we?
This is a CF. But listen, as always, this Super Bowl CF is built with you in mind.
Built with you in mind.
And as predicted, when we sang Built With You in Mind,
We were very self-conscious.
every head turned. All the heads over here to our left turned.
You know,
What? What?
It's fun. A broadcast like this.
Yeah.
It literally, I think for you and me, I don't know if you're like me, do you feel like the energy being sucked out of your body?
Well, yes.
It's something about the way we're all here in a cattle car.
And
sucks.
And to be honest, it's not as bad as I know. Yesterday at this time, I told you that I was having anxiety attacks already about the way that we were all going to be set up here at the Super Bowl ranch.
Right.
It's not as bad as it had been explained to me, and we actually, as far as locations for radio stations go, we have a decent location, but the problem is we're still elbow to elbow with every smelly disc jockey in the world, and they've opened it up to the general public.
When we're doing a show like this and we're in the confines, the intimate confines of our studio, it's actually a lot of fun. I mean, we go in there, we're so focused, we're pinpoint focused, then they throw you into a dormitory where you got 700 people that are doing the exact same thing you're doing.
And I think the thing is, we like going out and doing live shows, and we do remotes and we do live shows, but we're here today, and even now, the voice level that we're speaking at is drawing dirty looks from the other disc jockeys, like because our loud voices are somehow bleeding into their broadcast. And I would just like to say, for the record, the reason that is that they have us 5 feet apart from each other.
It sucks. But that, you know, what we live with it, we deal with it. And another thing is, anytime anybody connected with football comes walking down this radio row, they are descended upon like ants on a piece of sugar at a picnic.
I mean, you should have seen the way that they are fighting over each other to talk to freaking Gary Premian and Nick Bunaconte.
Yeah, they're all over here. Everybody's here, and boy, it's sure exciting. But you know, it is fun to be here because we are at the site of the big game, and I still think that's exciting.
No, we're happy to be here.
We're delighted to be here.
We're going to be playing our Super Bowl music throughout the show today. We're going to actually have a couple of guests, but for the most part, we're going to try to keep this a very normal program.
I agree, Don.
Oh, you're going to?
I think it's important.
This is a good way to start. Wait till people see you taking the microphone and put it down by your ass.
Hey, welcome to Tampa.
Thank you. Hey, do I get credit?
Okay.
I need some spray.
www.egars.com.
That is horrible.
The hottest cigar site on the planet. And don't worry, Mike, that smell is just going to mesh with every other smell.
That's right.
That's coming out of every other ass here on Radio Row at the Convention Center.
I've never enjoyed doing it more.
In Tampa Bay, Florida.
That makes up for all the dud ones that I had back in Washington.
So we're here, and I guess we should start by telling you about our trip down here. And normally we're loaded with bitches and complaints.
It was pretty fun last night, wasn't it? We really all had
a very good time.
A good time together, and it's that doesn't happen as often as it should. We had a wonderful time.
No, there was no screw ups at the airport. We arrived at the airport in plenty of time for the flight. We all had dinner together. We all had more than dinner together.
What are you looking at?
What, Charlie?
What are you giving me that goofy face for? What are you doing?
You started. I was just goofing back at you.
I look over at Broyhill.
Why? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Broyhill, who never even gives me an acknowledgement, and he gives me this, friendly smile, and it totally freaked me out.
But you know what I mean? Again, it's the different configuration.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that normally you and I are doing the show facing each other. Today we're sitting side by side.
Right.
Rob is actually here at the table with us, and Broyhill is sitting across from us.
Yes, he is.
And we're able to make eye contact with him for the whole show.
Oh, it's goofy. This is kind of the way it was last night traveling down here, too. A little goofy. Now goofyisms.
We had no problems at all until we arrived in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, can I just say, the people on the flight, you know how I like my window?
Yes.
You know how and we got on the flight early, and I sat down in the window. It wasn't really my seat, and then a lady wanted to sit next to her husband, and it's just everybody on that plane was so super cool. I wish I traveled with people like that all the time. Everybody, we switched. I don't think anybody in the first 2 rows had the same seats that they were assigned, and everybody was very cool about it, and I think that's nice. So we don't say a lot of nice things about people, so I thought I'd say one nice thing.
And we're going to say bad things about people, but I guess
we are.
First, Boomer's coming over.
Oh, this is exciting,
Hi,
ladies
Boomer.
and gentlemen.
Hey, come on now, Boomer.
How you guys doing?
Come on. Boomer Esiason. We're not going to have a lot of guests today, but I was talking to Larry, and I said, please ask Boomer to come over and
beg him
and to be on the friggin' show.
Well, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing great, and
I'm so sick and tired of talking about this game.
Well, we're not going to ask you a thing about the game.
Unbelievable.
How you doing? Well, let's talk about something totally different. Are you feeling good? Are you regular?
I feel good. I feel regular. I had my Metamucil this morning. Everything's coming out nice and smooth.
That's good. I think I told you during the season that Boomer was nice enough to come on the Redskins pregame show more than a couple of times this year and was a great guest, and we loved having him on. Boomer, what do you make of this? And I lump Mike and myself into this.
Yeah, we're part of this.
Into this giant big ball of human feces that is called Radio Row. I mean, look at this.
It's insane. It really is insane.
Which is more disgusting, the disc jockeys or the fans?
I think looking at you, I know where I can go with this, but this is a part of the Super Bowl. This is the hoopla. This is what creates. I think when Pete Rozelle thought of the Super Bowl, he thought of marketing. He thought of separation, of making his game more special than the other ones, and that's exactly what this thing has grown into. It's out of control.
Yeah, it is out of control. We were just saying a moment ago that when we come into an environment like this, we slowly feel all of our energy being sucked out of us.
But how about if the Redskins were here? How would you feel?
Well, I'd be psyched.
That would be unbelievable.
But still, I'd be in a bad mood today. being here now. Now, Boomer, how many of these goddamn radio interviews have you had to do today, and how many more do you have to do?
One day only. CBS Westwood 1 requires me to do one day only. I'll do 10 today, and that's it.
Well, that's not bad.
That's it.
Well, not bad at all.
Well, that's a good deal for you.
Yes, it is a good deal, and I don't mind doing it. It takes about an hour and a half, and most of the guys are pretty good. These are the guys that I talk to on the phone all year long doing promos for Monday night and all that stuff, so it's nice to be able to meet some of these people face to face.
So these guys generally are asking you all the boring stuff like, can the Giants defense, can the Ravens defense?
I don't know. I think so. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
And I really don't care. I'm not playing. I just want to have a good game because, we are broadcasting the game. Howard David, this will be Matt Millen's last broadcast with us, and John Dockery and James Lofton will be down on the sideline. But I just want a competitive game like we had last year, and you can discuss strategy, and you can talk about the coach's pressures and the players' pressures and all that other stuff. Because all this other minutia, before the game is just that. It just doesn't make any sense.
I'll tell you who had pressure this year. Boomer had pressure, and I want to tell you why Boomer had pressure.
Okay.
And listen, you didn't want to get into this when we had the Monday night broadcasts, and I'm not going to drag you anything you don't want to talk about. Just give you my opinion.
All right, you go ahead and give
my opinion.
I'm sure you're not going to hold back, are you?
My opinion is the same opinion that I told you off the air, that Al Michaels is a prick, and the problem is...
Now, people think that I said that.
No.
This is
I said that. This is me.
The comments made by Mr. John Armano, Mr. Armstrong, they do not reflect the opinions of Boomer Esiason, his family, or anyone else.
Here's the deal. Al Michaels is a prick. He's impossible to work with, and
he's humorless.
And the deal
he is, Boomer. He's humorless. That's our opinion. I mean, he is.
Oh, that's your opinion.
Yes. The deal is this, the way we see this, that he talks one thing. He says, I love working with Boomer, and then behind the scenes, boom, he stabs him in the back, and Boomer's out. And then Boomer gets hired by Westwood 1 to do Monday Night Radio. So every single week that Boomer has to go to a stadium to call a Monday night game, a booth away, a couple of booths away.
Believe in miracles.
There he is. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
See, we're not going to say anything about that.
No, and we're not going to say the gesture that you just made or the gesture that you just made. But I got to know, and listen, I do know how freaking tough it is to be sitting and doing your job, and you look down there, and he's got his goddamn mood lighting going, and he's got that hair weave or whatever it is he's got, and he's got his little bowl of peanuts in front of him. Man, that must have pissed you off this year.
Not one bit.
No, it didn't.
Matter of fact, when Joel Hollander, the president of Westwood, wanted to ask me to take the job, I said, you know what, I think I'm going to take the year off. He goes, you know what, don't make that decision right now. That was back in March when I was released. And then he called me back in July, and he said, do you want the job now? And I said, you know what, I think I'll take it. And I took it for the sheer reason that I wanted to make sure that I was feeling the right thing about leaving. Like I felt uncomfortable with the guy that I was working with, so I wanted to make sure to see if that true was, if that was the fact, and it sure was, because Howard, David, and Matt were great to work with. You guys, it was the opposite. I mean, it was right. So I say this often, and I don't mean this in a negative way. Those guys restored my faith in the broadcasting aspect.
Well, that's good to hear, because if you read into that, hold on, what you're saying is Al Michaels destroyed your faith in the broadcasting business. Excuse me, Mike.
You have to remember this. I came from an aspect. Hey, Pat O'Brien, everybody. Actually, I came back, from a team-oriented sport. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get him started on Pat O'Brien.
All right. Look at him. Look at Pat O'Brien. Jesus,
we have Boomer Esiason.
You're listening to me.
Okay, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry.
Pat O'Brien.
Listen, you're the one who said hi to him.
I know, but what I'm saying is that I came out of a team sport, the ultimate team sport, where you're counting on each other to cover each other's back.
Right.
And I thought, that's the way it was when you go into broadcasting.
Right.
I'm happy to say that that's the way it is.
Now.
Most of the time.
Yes.
Not all the time.
So you don't regret, making that decision, which had to really be, anybody just on the surface would look at that decision to go from the TV booth to do the radio.
That would be a come down.
But it would also be an extremely difficult decision on a variety of levels, and you don't regret it at all.
I had a whole bunch of reasons to do it.
Right.
And Joel Hollander even said to me, he goes, Boomer, it might be perceived as, a step down. It's not the TV. You know what? Matt stepped down, 2 weeks ago. And now all of a sudden everybody's fighting to take his seat. Right. So maybe it's not such a come down. I think it's a prestigious seat. I recognize that. Mm-hmm. And Howard and Matt accepted me and allowed me to come in and bring all my stuff with me. And it was perfect. It was the greatest thing that ever happened to me, because I found a place where I could say, you know what, there are good people in this business. It doesn't matter if the camera's on you or not. We're all broadcasters.
You got to be happy for Matt too.
Oh,
this is everything. I've never heard a guy get more support for this move that he's making. Everybody says he's going to go in and he's going to do a great job.
He's a pretty down-to-earth guy. I mean, even as smart as he is about football, wouldn't you agree, really, that he is a great guy?
He is a great guy. I sent him a book. There's a book on the New York Times bestseller list called Power. It's the 48 Laws of Power. And it talks to you about, it's a Machiavellian theory in short order. So I wrote him this letter saying, now you are in shark-infested waters. You are no longer, the most popular guy on the block where everybody wants you to be their friend so you can get their side of the story out there and protect them in a broadcast. You are now just one of 31, and the guys are going to be firing stuff at you. So Take this book, look at it. I think they should rename it How to Become an Asshole in 24 Hours. Because that's basically what it is.
Has this type of thing been his goal all along? Is this what he has wanted? Because I frankly, when I heard, Matt's going to do this, I was very, very surprised to hear that.
No, not 2 years ago, I think there was talk that he was going to take that same job with Detroit, but Bobby Ross had told Bill Ford Sr. that if you hire him, I'm leaving, because Bobby Ross was in control there.
Right.
And then it finally came to fruition that Bobby Ross stepped down, Gary Moeller took over, they won 3 in a row, and then they lost at the end, and they did not make the playoffs.
We should say what we're talking about, Matt Millen going to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, everybody knows that. CEO, becoming the president.
Going to be king of the Detroit Lions.
So as soon as they missed the playoffs and didn't make it and lost the way they did at the end, now all of a sudden the door was wide open again for him to kind of re-establish the Detroit Lions and his ties back to the Ford family, and that's what's happening.
Great.
I think he made a great hire, a young hire in Marty Morningwig.
Oh, the new coach, right?
The new coach who was a quarterback coach for San Francisco. Much in the mold of a John Gruden, a Herm Edwards, and this guy's a tough guy, and I think he's going to be perfect fit for Matt.
That's a great name for a morning show, too.
Yes,
Marty Morningwig, would you?
Marty in the morning.
It's the Marty Morningwig get together.
But I think Matt has already made his imprint immediately. I mean, it's not easy hiring a coach, and then to do one with a guy that really hasn't gotten much play and thought of as being a head coach,
right?
And putting him in there immediately, that's one decision that's been decisive, and he's already setting the course for the Detroit Lions. So I think it's great.
Getting back to the Al Michaels thing. And I'm sorry, I can't get away from it. How sweet was it?
Look, he's giving you.
Once you got... No. Just tell me something, though.
Well, why do you want to ruin my day?
I'm not ruining your day.
I thought he was a nice guy. Came on your show.
Once you got past whatever animosity you had...
Which took literally about a month.
Okay. Then what I'm saying is the last 4 months of the season, how sweet was it to know that he had to be pissed off that you're sitting 2 booths over and that you're getting rave reviews and people are saying, look at, goddamn, the ratings for Monday Night Football Radio are up 15%. Right. The ratings for Monday Night Football TV are down. How much did you derive? I'm a very vindictive person like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I would be happy. I would just stick my head down the hall and just look at him and go, hey, I'm still here.
You know what? And I'm not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. And nobody's going to tell me to go somewhere. And I think it's, if there's a perceived failure, whether you're a football player, you're in business, you're broke, whatever it is, somebody might tell you can't do something, and that's fine. But you know what? God damn, don't let them keep you down. You got to keep going. You just got to keep going forward and keep your eye on the goal. And the goal is to get yourself back to where you think you belong. And I think I've done that.
Well, good for you. And it took a lot of guts to do that. And I think a lot of people I know in the Washington area were pulling for you for that.
Oh, I know. You know, when we first became enamored with Boomer is when he played for the Terps, for the Maryland Terrapins. We did our morning show.
I remember when Jess Atkinson told me they were roommates. I got all excited. I got all buttery.
Actually, I had 2 other roommates too, Frank Reich and Alan Sadler.
That's
Do you remember those guys?
That was like a wild dorm room, man.
I met my wife at the VU.
At the VU in College Park.
Tuesday night, ladies' night. I said, "Here, hon, here's $1. Go get me a couple beers."
No kidding.
Beers. I didn't have any money back then.
Before you met your wife.
Yes.
When you were still single, being the quarterback of Maryland when they were a good team.
I had another girlfriend before her.
But how much did you get?
Statute of limitations.
I mean,
no, I didn't get. I was very good. I was very good.
But could you have?
I was very good.
Okay, wink. I got you. You're very good.
I was very good.
You were very good.
Okay.
I was very good. But by the way, my very dear friend is now the new head coach for the University of Maryland, Ralph Friedgen. He was on the staff with Bobby Ross when I was there.
Okay.
He is now the new head coach for the University of Maryland. He won the Assistant Coach of the Year award last year at Georgia Tech. He's a terrific guy, and I bet you guys will be back on that bandwagon before it's all over said and done with.
Go Terps.
Yes, baby.
Absolutely.
He's fatter than me and Mike put together, isn't he, though?
No, he's not. He's all right. He's fine.
He's gigantic. Listen, Boomer.
He's a gigantic man in the face of a football.
Tell this guy.
That's Howie Deneroff. He's a pain in my ass.
Tell him. Wait, hold on. Now, Boomer's nice enough to come over. I want to plug the CF Foundation, okay?
So now get out of here. We just made you really feel like crap. Now get out of here.
Don't be an MF.
He looks like Jim McClure's brother.
It's unbelievable.
Don't be an MF. Let us talk about CF, because this is something that I know Boomer feels seriously about, and we are happy to give you a forum to talk about your foundation.
Well, Gunnar, my son, suffers from CF. I think most people around the country know that of me. And Gunnar's doing very well. He's 9 years old. My wife and I sit on a national campaign. It's called the Bridges to a Cure campaign. We've raised close to $50 million. $20 million of that came from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Mm-hmm. All this other stuff, the broadcasting, it's kind of a goof. I have fun with it. But seriously, 90% of my time is out there trying to be a face for CF. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to have a forum like this to exploit that. But I will tell you that there are parents all across this country that don't have the ability that I have to go out and speak on it publicly, that raise as much money as I do, that put their kids in the line of fire like we put Gunnar. Because we all know that we're this close, inches away from curing this disease.
If somebody wants to, is listening right now, wants to help.
All right, the National Foundation is right in Bethesda, Maryland. The national office is right there, and it's 1-800-FIGHT-CF. Mm-hmm. And it's a great organization.
It is. I've done. Mark Rippon had a golf tournament with them, and I tell you, of all the, you know how many you've done of those, and I've done a bunch of them. The
money
CF
goes.
people,
the money goes where it needs to go.
They're fantastic people. They're really good people that are involved with that.
We have a leader, Dr. Bell, who is the chairman of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, Robert Bell, who does an unbelievable job of really making sure the money goes to the science, making sure that the money gets to where it needs to go. And as a parent and somebody who sits on the national board of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, I can't think of a better way for us to spend our money, and that is to try to cure this disease.
Right.
If anybody in D.C. in the Capitol is listening, you give us 150 to 250, maybe 500 million, and maybe not build a B-1 bomber or something, we'll cure the damn disease.
And how is Gunner doing, if you don't mind just asking?
Yeah, he's 9. He's flying down today. You know, he's a big Super Bowl guy.
Right.
He's flying down today. He's 9. He's doing very well, all things considered. You wouldn't even know, and that's the scary thing about CF kids. When you see them, they're so cute and they're so great, and they have such great personalities when they're young. You wouldn't even think of them as being sick.
Right.
But it's a ticking time bomb what's inside of them, guys. And the one big part of the whole thing is, there are a lot of parts, but the big part of the bacterial infections within the lungs that develop. And that's the things that we try to minimize as best we can through drugs and treatments and things of that nature. And since Gunner's diagnosis in 1993, 2 drugs have come from the test tube to the patient. I mean, in record time. And there are about 20 drugs that are in the pipeline right now that we're trying to get from the test tube to the patients that deal with the symptoms of the disease. And if we can keep those symptoms down, then they live longer and healthier lives. And the cure, I'm telling you, will be during my lifetime.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I don't know whether it'll be in the next 5 years or the next 25 years, but it will be during my lifetime. I'm not a medical or scientist, but all the things that we've seen over the last few years, I can tell you that we're going to cure this damn thing.
Well, give us the phone number one more time.
1-800-FIGHT, F-I-G-H-T-C-F, Fight CF.
Beautiful. We will
Guys, as always, I appreciate
Boomer,
it.
thank you.
Thanks, Boomer. Thanks for coming on the show.
Love having Boomer on. Love that.
Good guy.
F.L. Michaels. I tell you guys, a super prick.
Yeah.
He really is.
You know, and that when he was talking about his son Gunner, that does put it in perspective, I think, when you're talking about, all the trials and tribulations that he's had with, do you believe in miracles?
Speaking about pricks, how about whoever that producer is for Westwood One?
You mean the Jim McClure lookalike?
Yeah, listen, Boomer Esiason came over and spoke candidly about a lot of topics, and incidentally threw in an A-hole and a GD.
That was fun.
And so why not give him time to talk about his pet project? It's not until he starts talking about what's important to him that the guy really physically is pulling on his arm, trying to get him away because the Chicks with Dicks show wants to talk to him.
We could beat that guy up too, Don. We could really beat that guy up.
Who, Boomer or the producer?
No, not Boomer. Boomer kicked both our asses together, but I'll tell you, that producer, we could definitely take him.
Yeah, I know he hates Al Michaels.
It was so funny.
I know he does.
And you've had him on before, and that was great. I mean, that was funny because, he didn't say anything, and I think that there didn't seem to be a lot of strong disagreement.
Well, there was, at one point, he was flipping the bird left and right when we were talking about Al Michaels, and he gave us the old J.O. motion. we were talking about how he left.
A lot of people in Washington, have good feelings about Boomer, and everybody wishes him well, and he's really a nice guy. It was fun having him on the show.
I still maintain he's an albino.
Now, let us deal with that once and for all. I
said that the whole time he played at Maryland.
No, but you saw him. He's a fair-skinned blonde boy.
He's an albino.
No, he's not Edgar Winter. He doesn't have those bunny eyes.
No, he could be in the movie Powder.
He doesn't have the red eyes, though.
Powder Esiason. He got the dead bunny eyes.
No, he doesn't. He does not have the dead bunny eyes.
Yes, he does.
The dead bunny.
What the hell is a dead bunny eye?
Well, that's I wanted to say
doll's eyes.
Mike's right. It's a takeoff.
Have doll's eyes.
But it's a takeoff. It's a play on doll's eyes.
Powder had doll's eyes.
He did.
Powder had the dead bunny eyes.
And take a look to your left. Look at that pompous Pat O'Brien.
That was so funny. That's when that's when Boomer was the most uncomfortable because you were starting to say something. And I don't know if anyone's ever told you, Don, your voice does tend to carry.
Look at him. Is he wearing makeup?
Wow.
He should be.
That's Charlize Theron?
No.
But it looks like her a little bit.
Who cares about the face? Boy. Look down underneath the face.
Boy, look at that. Wrigley Field, too, huh? How about that?
Right on her chest.
Wow.
Hey,
who is that?
Hey, Wendell, go ask who that girl is.
Yeah.
Ask if she's famous.
She's with that Rudy's friend. Remember that guy?
Is that Craig Sager?
No.
Yes, it is.
No, we just want to know who the...
No,
there's a real hot girl in front of us.
Remember the guy that was, coordinating the trip to Rudy's house?
Who is it?
Sager's girlfriend.
Oh, that's Craig Sager's girlfriend?
You're kidding.
That would be Stacy. She's Craig's friend.
You are S-ing me.
Really? That's his girlfriend? No.
How does he afford... That's your girlfriend?
That's your girlfriend?
His girlfriend.
That is not right.
How does he afford that?
Did you hear what Rob said?
Yeah.
That's funny, Rob.
Hey, come here for a minute. Come talk to us for a second.
Rob, we'll interview you.
Come here. Because this guy, Craig, is it Craig Stater from...
Sager.
He's from TNT, right?
I believe he's from TNT. And
he was the guy that was, remember last year?
At Rudy's party.
He was the guy
coordinated the
coordinating the shuttle bus to Rudy's party.
Well, forget it. Listen, if she doesn't want to come over, I don't want to interview her. I'm amazed. She's a major POA.
Well, then that's the reason we'd like to interview her. Are you going to come over?
Come talk to us for a second. Walk around. No, she doesn't want to.
If you were with Craig Sager, would you want to come over here?
Just let me ask you, can you hear me? Am my voice loud enough? Is it the money? Is it the money?
No.
Okay. All right. If it matters, I'm sure I make more. So does this man. Not that it matters.
You're very lovely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was that. You know, they're rarely, we do a lot of these shows, but rarely do we completely stop a broadcast based on an attractive woman.
He should buy you shirts that cover you up more. Should buy you larger shirts.
How would you dress her?
Well,
as our chauvinism, completely comes through.
I dress her exactly as she's dressed today, but I wouldn't bring her out in public dressed like that.
Absolutely not. She's dressed really just with a little T-shirt and
yeah.
But what would you? I would say perhaps a parka.
Well, and here's the perfect example. Last night when we left the station, when Frida came in, you commented to me about how hot Frida was looking.
I mean that when I say that about
she
your
is
wife.
Looking great.
Your wife looks as good as I have ever seen her. She looked great at the Christmas party, and she looked great in that outfit. Now, did that?
And that's why I'm telling you, my wife looks as hot as this babe we're looking at right now, and that's why I dress my wife now in clothes like that outfit she had on last night.
Well, that was a very nice outfit that she had.
It was a parka that covered up her chest,
right?
And it covered up her ass, and it covered up everything.
What I do with Laura, of course, is she simply doesn't see the light of day.
And Carrie, I put in nylons and furs.
There you go. Yeah. Laura, you'll notice that Laura didn't come to the Christmas party. Okay. Remember that little thing about the fact that the kids were sick or Laura was sick? It's not true. She's never coming out of the house.
And listen, nobody noticed that it's 2 years in a row she didn't show up either.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Okay, I confess.
Okay, time out.
Have a good time, Mike. Have a good time. I'll be back here at the house in the closet.
Let's do a break because we never got to tell you what was bad about our trip down here.
It was nice talking to Boomer. That's a good way to start our Super Bowl show.
Yeah, he's a good guest. We're live at the Super Bowl. Let's start today's show with a call number 100 and a prize package. Hold on, I got to reset this and turn this on. Don't you dare touch those buttons.
Can I hit it again?
Go ahead. Be the 100th caller now. A prize package selected especially for you and a chance at $500 with the secret song. Phone number 877-365-3636. We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
You got a gift, my friend. You got a gift. Oh, yeah. You saw that there was something that I was trying to do, and you figured that out. That's why you are who you are. God bless you. You got a f***ing gift.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I really don't.
Yes, you do.
Live from the Super Bowl, it's Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Listen, let's hold off on that Caller 100 jazz. Yes, because look at, again, I hate to keep drawing attention to Pat O'Brien, but look at him over in the corner. You know what he's got going? Here's what he's got going.
Boy, is he stunning.
He's doing, I told you one time, me and Frida were somewhere skiing where a bunch of famous people were, okay? Oh, it's the time that she thought she rode on the ski lift with JFK Jr.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in a lodge, and William Shatner comes into this ski lodge, and what he does is he sits in a corner,
right,
facing everybody, so that as everybody comes into the lodge,
they will see him.
And that is exactly the strategic pose that Pat O'Brien has got now. He has his feet up in the air.
You know what I see when I see him?
What?
Where can I get those glasses? I'm an aficionado now of the old man tinted glasses, and when I see Pat O'Brien, that's what I think.
And why is he all bundled up in a trench coat?
Because it's cool, man.
Yeah, because he's Pat O'Brien.
Pat's always ready.
And he's no longer Pat O'Brien from sports, right? He does that
Entertainment
Access Hollywood.
Entertainment Hollywood show. Right, okay. All right. You know, maybe at some point we'll...
Oh, my God, it's Rudy Martzke.
All right, let's go to break. I don't want to talk to him.
What about the winner?
Hey, there he is. Now he's coming around. He was, like, bounding over here, and then he realized...
The winner of what?
The 100th caller. 100?
No, thank you, Charlie.
We must do.
Thank you. Yes, let's get a call 100 right now. Hello there. Don and Mike show. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, listen, thank you for waiting. You know, we could not contain ourselves with Bonnie Bernstein. Who is this, please?
My name is Daryl.
Hi, Daryl. Where are you from?
I'm calling from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Beautiful. Daryl, caller number 100. And the prize we have for you, I don't have prize sheets.
Oh, yes, you do. Hold on a sec.
Hold on. Lisa, just tell him.
Actually,
what's he win?
Don?
Yeah.
Don, I'm calling from Pittsburgh, but I live in Charleston, Maryland. I'm sorry, I should have said that. My fault.
Hold on. I got it for you right here. You have won tickets to WWF SmackDown. See over 40 of your favorite WWF stars live at MCI Center March 6th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at 10 through the box office and Ticketmaster outlets. Enjoy your wrestling tickets. Now you're going to go for $500. Secret song number 4. This was a top 10 hit in the 80s. We need title and artist. Please don't answer till Mike sings like
Frank Sinatra.
I can't. You know, it is.
Well, give me the modern ones.
It is a time machine with you.
All right, Rob's writing something down.
Pat O'Brien.
Pat O'Brien.
Okay. All right, I'll take Pat O'Brien.
Okay. All right.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Thank you.
You have to play it off there. You're on your grid.
Hold on a second. I've got them here. I didn't realize that.
It's on the grid, man.
Caller.
It's on the grid.
Towards the bottom, second row, I think.
Second row. No, I've got...
Tight.
No, I don't got it here.
Listen, did you hear Broyhill?
F you, Broyhill. Look what I got here. I got That's Right. Oh, We're Sorry. What's the Buzz? I don't got it here, Robbie.
It was in here.
See, and Charlie said tight because that was one of Rob's jobs to make sure that all the tapes were here.
Are we on the air?
Yeah. Listen, I know this. Amazingly, this sounds like college radio that we're not on the air, but we are on the air.
Has somebody added to Rob's responsibilities?
Lisa, would you please play the tapes?
Caller, name this secret song.
There it is. Love that song.
Oh,
and now, Lisa,
man.
Now, hold on, Lisa. We need the Think About It music. You know, it's amazing to me that this is on the air.
It's amazing that we're still broadcasting as of today's show.
I'd like to point out that the money that we're giving away, if we have a winner, is courtesy of Main Street Title. And now, Pat O'Brien.
Look at me. I'm a silly ass. A real silly ass.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, for $500, and you are still on the air. What is that song?
I gotta say, Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield.
Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield. That is, no, not right.
No.
Thank you, though, and good guess. Don't forget that every guess is a clue
for you.
Clue for you. Thank you for listening, my friend. God, what a mess that was.
But that's okay. We held it together. You know, there's a reason, I believe, why the timing of this show in the last 2 minutes went kind of haywire.
Why?
Him.
Rudy's here. Hi, Rudy.
Hi, Rudy.
How you doing?
Rudy Martzke from USA Today, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing, Rudy?
Yeah. Good to see you, Rudy.
Well, we're scrambling. We're getting the people here.
All right, now listen, here's our deal.
Yeah.
We're on a schedule. We got Boomer Esiason already. We got Bonnie Bernstein.
Fantastic guests, both great interviews, both of them.
Who can you supply in the next hour of big-time Super Bowl radio?
In the next hour, Jim Nance.
Oh, now him we'd love to. That's a phoner?
After 5 o'clock, I know Jerry Glanville will be coming by in his bus, his giant bus, which is bigger than the Madden bus.
Jerry Glanville, he's never been on the show before.
Been involved in a Jocks and Rocks, some kind of MTV. He's the host of that, and they're done at 5. He's coming by right after that.
Okay. All right, well, great.
We'll have some more.
That's good.
Great, real good. Then we're going to go with the original plan of just doing a regular show, like we thought we would.
Very good.
Mouse, how the hell are you? Look at Mouse all fixed up.
Mouse, you look wonderful.
Hey, give Mouse the microphone. Let's say hello to
It's been another year since we've seen you. You survived another year with Rudy. Mouse, how's it going?
Another Super Bowl with Rudy.
Another Super Bowl. And you guys already had your big party, right, last night?
Had it last night.
How was
Sorry
it?
You missed it. It was great.
Was it a good one?
Who showed?
Everybody.
Who's everybody? Give me some names, Mouse.
Jim Nance was there.
Yeah.
Nick Bonacani was there.
Rob's a big fan.
Randy Cross, gee, I wish we could.
Hazy for me at the end. You know how it is.
Jerry Glanville in his boots. Wow, I wish we could have been there.
That's fantastic. Well, I lost my windscreen.
Too bad we arrived so late.
That's too bad.
It's only the Randy Cross factor. He is outstanding. I guarantee. Oh, he's outstanding my ass. I saw him on 2 shows a couple days ago. I'm guarantee on him this time. He is going to blow you away, Don.
Oh, Randy Cross?
Yes, and you know what? What? He's coming over here, too. I forgot to mention his name. Oh. And here's what.
We got to sign off right now.
And what? Hates the Ravens. Well, then we'll have him on. Yeah. Then we'll have him on. Very good. All right. Rudy Mouse, go get us people. Nice seeing you guys.
Good to see you guys.
We love the Martskis.
Always a pleasure.
Rudy is always our fantastic host.
You know, we don't say this enough
for the Super Bowl.
And for people that throughout the year when we have these great sports guests on the show, Rudy's the one that does that for us, and we are eternally grateful.
Yeah, we sure are.
He's a good man, Rudy. You playing golf this weekend? Thanks a lot.
You know what? That is a sign to me
that I'm desperate.
Of how desperate you are to find someone to play with.
I know.
Because I've seen the progression. Here's the progression.
Right.
Mike first asked Larry Michael what he was doing tomorrow.
I play tennis. I don't play golf.
Then he called EB from the Sports Junkies.
Right, and he asked me how much it costs.
And then you asked Rudy, which says to me, you are really desperate for a buddy to play golf with tomorrow.
Hey, Rob, would you like to learn?
Not today, Mike, but thanks.
All right, listen, we got to do a break, come back, tell you about our trip down to Florida. Alan, we got the brand new low-budget Jeopardy.
All right.
And I think Buzz is not with us, but Buzz is back in the station. We're planning on having news and comments today. Buzz, can you hear me?
Yes, it's lovely here, isn't it?
Hi, Buzz.
Hi.
You know, we could try to do that fake thing where we pretended like Buzz was actually here with us.
Buzz is sitting off to our right here, and Buzz, you got a lot of sun at the pool this morning.
Yeah, maybe a little too much. It's so nice here. I can't believe it.
It's 42 degrees this morning.
Hey, Buzz, you got a gigantic booger hanging out of the side of your nose, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that.
Okay. See, Buzz is back at home station, too cheap to fly him down. But Buzz, don't worry. We are going to bring you back some nice white shoe polish.
Excellent.
Thank you, Buzz. We will be right back, everybody.
This is the Don and Mike Show. Here's a story about the wackiest, sexiest, fun-filled place to take your girl. The Groove Room. A place where lights flash, machines spark, and the people get more turned on than the electricity. The Groove Room. Somebody just had to invent a place like this. Take off your inhibitions and have some fun in The Groove Room. The Groove Room. Rated X for adults. From Independent International. Capturing the excitement of Super Bowl XXXIII. It's Don and Mike.
I'll tell you how cheap we are.
Capturing the excitement.
We didn't have the budget to have a session for Dude Walker to say Super Bowl XXXV. So we went back where he said Super Bowl XXXII.
And edited in an extra I?
Three extra
eyes?
Yes.
That's good.
That's how cheap we are.
And we are capturing the excitement in a pen, a stinky pen with 5 million other radio personalities.
Now listen, Randy Cross is here, and Rudy has brought him by.
Hey, Charlie, he can't hear. Charlie, he needs his headphones.
Number 3? Gotcha, hold on.
Randy, Mr. Cross.
Let me fix this out. Is that better?
Too many years of IFBs and cans and all that other stuff.
Absolutely. You deserve to hear what we're saying.
Gotcha. The first question, and we ask everybody on the NFL today this, because Jim Nance is on our show on a regular basis.
Right.
How unbalanced...
Wait, you do a lot of golf?
No. He's just, he's on our show. He's a caller on the show.
For football?
Just in general.
Wow.
How unbalanced is Jim Nance? I mean, seriously, mentally.
We've always speculated, and he's a friend of the show, and we've interviewed him often, but we always, when the interviews conclude, we always are concerned, thinking that he might be wrapped a little tight, that we think he might be up on top of the building with a gun one day.
Well, he can at times really come off as kind of a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, he's a nervous man. Yeah, he's a man on edge, and we just want to know. We always ask anybody that's associated with that show how he's doing. So, how is Jim Nantz doing? Is he recovered?
He's just fine. I think the hives will probably clear up by Sunday.
Very, very defensive he is also. We give him a compliment about the show,
right,
and he immediately turns it around and says, well, what? You like this part of the show? Don't you like this part of the show? We say, hey, we read that your ratings are up. Oh, yes, but they're up more than they were 2 years ago. I mean, he's wound way tight, right?
I guess the reason we bring this up, Randy, is that we are just wondering if, sometimes on the set you don't see Jim maybe sitting in a director's chair off in the corner having a nice conversation with himself.
Kind of rocking back and forth.
Holding his knees to his chest. Yes.
I'm a wonderful co-host. I'm a wonderful co-host.
All right, you get it.
No, he's fine. He has been so much fun to work with. I worked the last year CBS had football last time. I worked games with Jim.
Right.
We did a playoff game and all that other fun stuff, and it's been nice in another environment now to spend a couple of years with him. Totally different, where he doesn't have to cram like crazy to do, a game and whatnot, and doing all of them at once. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how he can think of all those different things at once, especially in half times and everything else. It's no wonder he is in the state he's in.
He's a good guy.
We hear that unlike many people here who are afraid to give an opinion one way or the other, we've been told that you will outright spew hatred for the Baltimore Ravens.
I will spew hatred?
That's what we were just always saying.
That's just our intelligence. We got some information that
you mean because I think they'll win the game, but I don't like the team? That type of thing?
Yeah, okay. Roll with that, Randy.
Yeah, my favorite scene last week, and there's a lot of great scenes in Oakland, was a huge sign in the parking lot that said, imagine this, we're the good guys.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny.
Now, you know what? I don't want to, we don't do a sports show.
Yeah.
But I want to know your thoughts about something. I told Mike the other day, and I think when Billick came on Monday, screaming at the media about Ray Lewis, it was a calculated move.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't think it's a calculated move because he cares about Ray Lewis. I think it's a calculated move because Ray Lewis is the best football player on the planet, and he's trying to circle the wagons so that all of the Baltimore Ravens say, my God, look what they're doing to Ray. Let's go out and kick ass. Do you think that's true or not?
Well, first of all, I do not think he's the best football player on the planet. I think he's a very fortunate, extremely talented athlete who's got guys to play with him that make him look awfully good. But Brian Billick did what he did because he knows the mental state, the psyche of his football team. He's harbored this whole us against the world, everybody hates us, who cares what anybody thinks, although they're the first ones to remind you when you rip them.
Right.
And what it did is it sort of further drove this team together. I mean, they have got a cockiness and arrogance. I guess the best way to put it is, going into this game, I get the impression the New York Giants think they're going to win the game. The Baltimore Ravens know they're going to win the game and don't mind telling anybody that'll listen why, how, when. They're almost disappointed they won't have their rings for them in the post-game ceremony.
The reason I agree with Don when he said this just the other day is because I can't think of in the NFL a greater motivator than to have that mindset going into the game. Man, they all hate us. Everybody hates us. Everybody's against us. And it would work you up into a frenzy. I mean, that's it's negative motivation, but it's motivation nonetheless. Don't you think?
It's something for now,
right?
They're not exactly building up a lot of love and endorsement time,
right?
I think around the country as far as how many people are going to love the Baltimore Ravens, but they don't care. They care about
winning
this week. They care about this Sunday, those particular 3.5 hours or so, getting this thing out of the way, winning, and getting on with whatever comes next.
So you think they're going to win, but you hate them.
You look at these two teams, it's easy. I mean, it's difficult not to like the New York Giants. They got the Kerry Collins story, the whole story around the Giants, Tiki Barber, Michael Strahan, Armstead. I mean, the whole Seahorn, the pretty boy, the whole thing. And by the same token, it's really hard to root for and kind of like the Baltimore Ravens just because of the way they project themselves and the way they present their football team.
Do you think you're a pretty boy?
Do I think I'm a pretty boy? Yeah, an offensive lineman?
No, come on.
I don't think so.
Come on, I mean, I've seen the stuff on NFL films where, you're on the sidelines with Joe Montana after the game, and, I'm no fag, but you're a good-looking guy.
I would consider you a pretty man for an offensive lineman.
I used to, but now I work with Craig James.
Yeah, and he is dreaming.
So he is dreaming. He gets the boy toy tag. So I mean,
all right, we'll get out of here. It was wonderful talking to you.
Randy, you're outspoken. We appreciate it. Give our very best to Jim Nance. Work on, if you don't know CPR, learn it. Working with him.
He hyperventilates a little. Like I said, those hives should all be gone. You won't be able to see but a few of them by the time the game starts.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Randy.
Have a good time on Sunday.
That's good. Jim Nance. And I guess Jim couldn't make it live. He's going to maybe call us.
Are we going to have Jim on the phone? Is that what we've agreed to?
He's going to try to call now.
He's going to try to call.
He was on the field rehearsing a piece, and then they're going to film it.
He's getting his therapy right now.
He's getting massage therapy right now. There you go. Okay. Hey, okay, that was okay. You have to admit, right?
Yeah.
That was great.
It was okay.
Right.
It was okay.
You know what?
I still, what?
He's not a pretty boy, but he wouldn't put headphones on his hair.
I know.
Not a pretty boy, though.
That's right.
That's right. He wore them around his neck.
Yeah, like a stethoscope.
Like
right.
Yeah. This way, and they kept sliding down.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Look at Bonnie bending over.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh.
The show is now officially stopped because we were all staring at Bonnie Bernstein bending over a table.
We're burning for Bernstein.
There's something there. All right. Well, thank you, Randy Cross. And look at that. What restraint I had. Really, what a pussy I am. Because
he could kick both our asses.
If I was a man, I would have asked him about those gigantic teeth of his.
You can't challenge the football players when they're sitting across you because they'll kick our ass. It's that simple.
When he sat down, I wrote on a piece of paper, teeth. I just circled it and held it.
That's great. Like, the minute we start the interview, Don shoves that in front of my face, and I spend the first 30 seconds literally chewing on my lower lip to keep from
Rob puts fake teeth in and looks just like Randy Cross now.
Rob. This is really like having, to my immediate left, Satan. The Satan of the show.
Okay. All right. Enough with that. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, I'm done with the guests now.
Very good. Well, we've had good guests and good interviews.
That's it. And
it's been fun.
Enough with the boring Super Bowl stuff. Hey, it's Chris Berman. No, that's just a big fat guy. Just some big fat guy. So listen, we get here last night, and the plane arrives in Tampa. I don't know, earlier than we thought.
The plane was fantastic. I'm going to say it, and we don't say it. And I tell you, I have flown on United Airlines 3 times in the last couple of months, and they are fantastic. They really are.
11:35, we arrived. We weren't supposed to get here till after midnight, so the plane gets here early. It's beautiful. We go down to the car rental counter because we're renting a beautiful minivan that we're all going to be spending the weekend in.
I cried, and I didn't tell you this. I didn't tell you this off air or on the air, but I cried.
Why?
Because I really thought you guys abandoned me.
No, you and I had a deal.
We did have a deal, but I'll tell you this, that my first suitcase came off, and I brought my golf clubs down here. And I'm waiting for them, and I keep looking at the little conveyor belt, the baggage thing, the carousel is installed.
Right.
I look at the carousel, I look down at the rental counter, and I see you. I look back at the carousel, and I look down, and you're still there. Then all of a sudden, I see my golf clubs come out, and I grab the golf clubs, and I walk, and I turn around, and I look down at the rental counter, and you're gone.
Well, no, listen, this was the deal we had.
I know, but I was just looking.
Don't hit me.
I was just looking.
The deal we had was...
I was fine with it.
I said that you said, if you get the car, swing back around.
Right.
If the golf clubs come out,
right,
give me a ride. And I
did
said,
you guys, all right, let me ask you a question. When you were at the rental counter, when you got all the paperwork done,
yes,
did you go right or did you go left?
I went right.
You went right. Okay, then I understand.
Okay, so, but listen, even having said that, I don't know what difference the direction has.
Well, we did make a lap. We did look at people waiting for rides. We looked for you.
No, what you did was you
took a wrong turn. Remember, we took a whole lap around the airport.
You deliberately embarrassed me in front of a reporter.
Now. You don't know the CF we went through with this car.
Well, I took a cab, and I think I got to the hotel in probably
hours before us.
Probably 15 minutes.
I know you did, because we went to the Avis car rental place.
4 counters.
Now, first off, in the airport, they got 4 different counters. So I go right up to the Avis thing, right as you and I walked off the airplane together.
Right, yeah, and you got right up there, right?
There was no one in line. I walked up. The girl's got the reservation. She gives me the paperwork, and I said to Bart, okay, now, Uncle Mike is still waiting for his bag. Go find Rob and Charlie.
Right.
We'll go get the car, and we'll swing back around, and we'll pick up Uncle Mike. Now, here's where it all goes to hell.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Bart goes off to find Charlie and Rob.
Okay.
As it turns out, in the Tampa Bay airport, there are 4 separate Avis locations on all 4 corners of the airport.
That's because, Tampa Airport is a good airport for that. They do get, awards for the convenience. Did you have a problem with the convenience?
Well, this was the problem with the convenience. The problem was that Charlie and Rob went to a different Avis place than the one that we were at. So I called Charlie up, and I said, I've got the stuff for the car. Where are you guys? And Charlie says to me, I'm at Avis. Where are you? And I said, hey, Dickface, I'm at Avis. Where are you?
How could you be at another Avis? I mean, because we came off the plane.
No. There's 4 of them.
But, I mean, where you and I were, when we went down the stairs, that to me is the logical location.
What happened after you got off the plane, you went left.
And you went right?
We went right.
And you just kept going?
And we went down.
See, if you'd gone left, you would have gotten off the escalator, and Avis would have been right there.
But when we went right, Avis was right there.
So, you're never more than 40 yards from an Avis counter in this whole damn airport.
So what happens is, now I've got the paperwork for the car, and I said, go find Charlie and Rob. Charlie, as I mentioned, says, I'm at Avis. I said, I'm at Avis. I tell you what, I've sent Bart to find you. I'm going to stay exactly where I am, where I'm watching you, watching you wait for your bags, and 10 minutes goes by, and I see Charlie and Rob come down. And I go, great, Charlie and Rob are here. Where's Bart? They said, we never saw Bart.
But remember, I said, do we have to wait for Mike?
No, F you.
I said, do we have to? Can we just leave?
No, hold on. At that point, Bart was not with us.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
I knew that, but I was saying, do we have to really ride with Mike? He's got those damn clothes.
I knew it.
He did not.
Knew it.
He did not.
I think, frankly, I know you were standing at the counter. I think I left before you even got your paperwork.
So,
I think you went around the corner and then you came back.
Now, I'm standing there with the paperwork, with my bag, with Bart's bags.
And Bart's lost?
With Charlie, with Rob. Bart is lost. Okay, now, we bought him for Christmas this great thing, a watch that we can page him on. However, I don't know what the phone number is. So I called Frida. And it was at that time that I ate my first bowl of Scorn Flakes. Because I woke her up at midnight.
Oh, no.
And I said, hi, honey. And she said, why are you calling me? Is there a problem? I said, yeah, I don't know where Bart is. And she said, well, why don't you know where he is? And I gave her the whole story, and she said, well, what do you want me to do about it? I'm 2,000 miles away.
Right.
Incidentally, a theme that's going to be repeated throughout the next 12 hours.
So you're 2,000 miles away?
And what can she do about it?
Mm-hmm.
I said, you got to call him up on that pager.
Right.
And tell him to go back to the original Avis. She says, okay, I got to go downstairs and find the number. Why don't you have the number? I said, I don't know. Just please do it, please. And I hang up the phone. Meanwhile, Rob says, hey, wait a minute. I'm going to go to the white courtesy phone. I'll page Bart.
Right.
I think, great. We're standing there. What's the first thing I hear? Will B. Roy Hill please come to the Avis counter?
So he's doing shtick.
Yeah, I look at him and I go,
that's because he took his goofy pills.
I look at him, I go, what are you doing? You know, my kid is lost in a major airport.
I gave Bart's name first. They only paged him first.
Right.
What do you do?
And it's also, you know, you're right, Mike. We should point this out, too.
Rob was medicated on the flight last
It was
night.
fantastic.
Rob had...
He was as goofy as anybody, but you didn't sleep, did you?
No, you know, though, I could have, but I had crossword puzzles.
He was, no, you couldn't have.
I bet I could have.
I am telling you, this medication you were on had one thing. It did one thing for you. It made you super goofy.
and I knew it, Rob, when we were driving over to the airport. At one point, I said to Rob, and it was, how long after you took your goofy
Took the pills at like 6:30, so only 30 minutes into it.
I said to him, we were just driving down the road, and he had a glazed look at us. I said, those pills have already affected you, haven't they? And he said, yeah, I feel like I've had 4 beers.
Yeah, it was like being between 4 and 5 beers, but for like 6 hours and no hangover this morning. I understand how Elvis got addicted.
And listen, we tried to have Rob mix alcohol with his prescription.
We did.
Yeah.
We were saying, you know, something that'll cap off that prescription medication.
Yeah, one
will
beer.
be a nice beer.
And you would have seen all 4 orders of jalapeno poppers come popping.
He wouldn't do it. So he pages Bart, but instead the page is for B. Roy Hill.
Then they paged Bart, but second.
And so now I'm really pissed. And meanwhile, my cell phone rings, and it's Frida. And now I'm going to get another bowl of Scorn Flakes because she says, I paged him. Did you find him? And I said, no, I didn't find him. And meanwhile, my call ID thing goes on, the call waiting. I said, hold on. Bart's calling me from a payphone.
So Bart is somewhere in Tampa International Airport.
Yes. He calls me up and he says, Dad, where are you? I said, I'm at Avis. Where are you? He said, I'm at Avis. I said, have you seen Uncle Mike? No. Have you seen Charlie? No. Have you seen Rob? No. Okay, Bart, come back to the same spot. Don't go anywhere. Come back to where we were.
Somebody's going to eat another helping of Scorn bread.
Popscorn. Oh, but wait, that came later. I mean, she was not even pissed at me at this point.
So she wasn't ready to dole out the Scorn chowder then. I'm sorry.
So we finally hook up with Bart, and at this point, I didn't see you. You had probably already left at this point.
I guarantee you, I got my bag. Let me tell you the timeline. This might help you.
Scorn on the cob. That's from Rob. Scorn on the cob.
Oh, man.
I would eat the scorn out of Bonnie Bernstein's skit.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, just don't drive too fast because you might cream that car and they get some cream scorn. I guarantee you that you had left the counter. And then if you were waiting, I was long gone.
Okay, so
I got out of that airport within 10 minutes of us coming down.
Oh,
easily.
Then, listen, you got nothing to bitch about because it was 30 minutes later when we finally found Bart.
I can bitch about lack of friendship.
I'm your friend.
Thank you, Rob. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Bitch about lack of friendship.
No, I'm joking. The whole wait for me thing. We had made the arrangement. I got the hell out of there. I took one glance down there, didn't see you guys, and I was in a cab, and no waiting for the cab, and I was probably at the hotel within 40 minutes of our plane landing.
Well, after you. Because listen to this. We scorn ships. That's another one. We finally get everybody together. Me, Bart, Rob, Charlie. I got the paperwork for the car.
Right.
We walk out the exit. We go to where the cars are. We see the car.
Yes.
We open up the trunk of the minivan. We load the luggage in. We get in. And I say, where's the key?
Aha!
And everybody says, well, the key should be in the ignition. Key's not in the ignition.
Is it in the visor?
Key's not in the visor.
Under the seat?
Not under the seat. The key is not there. The lady has given me the paperwork, but not given me the keys.
See, that's the key is supposed to be in the car, so they screwed that up.
At this point, because we're all tired,
very tired,
I sent Bart back. I said, hey, Bart, do you have your driver's license? And he said, yeah. Now, keep in mind, it's a kid's license, a restricted license. I said, go back inside and tell him that the lady didn't give your dad the keys.
There you go.
So, for roughly 15 minutes, Rob and Charlie and I sat in a cold minivan What, scorned beef hash? Sat in a cold minivan until Bart came back. And, of course, you know, they gave him the keys.
That's a can of scorn.
They gave him the keys. We finally get on the road.
Right.
The first thing we do is come around to find you. Not on purpose, because I made a wrong turn.
That's the God's honest truth.
So we did.
Do we all know each other well? I looked at, but didn't you assume though at that point that I was probably long gone?
No, because we really didn't have.
I was right next to you down at the rental car thing. But did you know that was where baggage claim was?
Yes.
Steps away. I saw you. I was out of there.
But I know that every time I've gone to an airport, it takes like 40 minutes for the bags.
That is why I think I read somewhere the Tampa airport. I've been in the airport several times, is one of the best in the country because they have a system, whatever it is. I swear to God, I couldn't believe how quickly the luggage came off. It was fantastic.
So we finally were in the car. We make one loop around the airport because we can't see the sign where it says exit. And now we're driving. I'm driving. Charlie's navigating. He's reading the map. Rob is still on his goofy pills.
I'm back here. La, 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 la.
You know, and at this point, you know, all decorum is out.
That's right.
I mean, like the F-bomb, you know, we got Bart in the car with us. The F-bomb is being thrown. All of our inside jokes are being aired in front of the boys. Loud.
Yeah, there was a rite of passage for your son. I noticed that in the airport even before we left. That you know something, we have all decided he is, today you are a man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we get out of the airport, and we figure out that we got to get on this highway 275.
Right.
So we have a choice. We don't know whether to go north or south.
You're aware of the fact that the hotel was probably roughly 15 minutes from the airport.
Yes, that we did know.
Okay.
Not the way we went.
Now, we have a choice, and I told Charlie I take responsibility for this. We were at a sign where it said 275 north, left, 275 south, right. I said, which way do you think? And he said, I don't know. And I said, okay.
You want to take south?
We went north.
Okay.
And we were driving. And we were, at this point, we're happy. We're driving. It's like 12:30. We're thinking, hey, pretty cool. We're going over what appears to be a 25-mile bridge.
That's right.
And we see a city.
You went over the causeway is what you did.
We see a city ahead of us, and I say, look, we're going the right way. That's Tampa Bay.
That's Clearwater.
No, it was St. Petersburg.
Oh, my God, you went that far?
Because we see a sign that says St. Petersburg, 11 miles.
Oh, my God. You guys are like, you've gone over Tampa Bay,
right,
and you're like on the other side of the world.
So now we have to find an exit.
Oh, no.
However,
no exit on a bridge.
We are on a bridge that, I yes you not, is 10 miles long.
Yeah, they have the bridges down here that are basically, they're called causeways. They're built up earth with a road on top of them, and there's water on either side.
So we come to an exit, and right as we're taking the exit, we notice that there's a sign that says, on the bottom it says, no return via southbound, meaning you can't turn around and go the other way.
So it's a one-way causeway.
Yes. So, you know, we veer out of that lane. We take the next one down. We turn around. Finally, we make it back to the hotel at 1 a.m.
Oh, my God.
Now,
after dropping Charlie at his hotel.
Oh, and listen, this is a pisser. I don't want to name any of the names of the hotels that we're at.
But Charlie is staying at a luxury hotel.
Charlie is at a 4-star luxury hotel.
Hi, Mike.
We and I mean
Hi,
we,
Charlie.
me, Mike, Rob, Marty, Wendell, we are at a crack house. We are at the worst hotel possible that they could have booked the NFL in.
Right.
I mean, and what did it say on our ticket that we are the...
spillover. Welcome to a spillover NFL hotel or so.
So we drop Charlie off at
Quality Spectravision, though.
We drop him off at this beautiful hotel where the doorman comes out at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the guy's wearing like the Beefeater hat, and he's like,
right,
welcome to the, and it says the name of the hotel.
Hello, Mr. Broyhill. Your room is ready.
We drive over to our asshole, and our first mistake is when we find a hotel, we sit outside, and we sit in the car for 5 minutes waiting for valet parking.
Oh, that's funny, yeah. You know you're staying at a good hotel when there's that just slight element of danger.
Yeah,
where you feel for your safety a little bit.
There is.
Walking distance from the interstate. That's
Yes,
what I love.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you look out of our window, and you see I-95.
Yeah, and you see what could be danger.
So we sit out there, and really after 5 minutes we think, you know what, I bet there's no valet parking here. And then we noticed that it's just a lot.
Right.
That's got the little gate that goes
It's a
up.
motel. We're at a motel.
We're not at a hotel. We're at a motel.
We're at a motel that's... And listen, of all the things about... I don't know about your floor, but my floor smells.
What floor are you on?
I'm on the 10th floor.
I'm on the 8th.
And it smells like BM. It smells like bowel movement. I swear to God, I got off the elevator, went down to my room last night, and I thought that like there was like the smell of 1,800 people having their BMs and letting it leak out into the hallway. It was horrible. There was just a slight odor of cigarette smoke and then just a massive odor of BM. And it's still there when I woke up this morning.
The decor is great. Have you ever seen that many shades of brown?
No, it's
everything
fantastic.
is brown.
And like the fixtures are olden time fixtures.
Right.
And even the light switches.
Sure.
They're like modern in 1950.
But let me give the hotel credit. Good sized television. For the size of the room, a decent size
I'll give you that.
television.
Yeah, all right. It was. I find nothing acceptable about this hotel.
Really?
And not to mention the fact that we got. I guess they had a flood on a floor above us because we got gigantic water stains in the ceiling.
That ain't water.
And the carpeting, my level, see, you're on level 8, is damp.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
Everything's great up on 14, boys.
Right.
Maybe that's it. So it's a crappy hotel, but at this point, it's 1:30 in the morning.
You know it's going to be a good hotel when they say spillover.
Bart and I are in the room, and we think, you know what? Forget it. We're going to get through this.
Sack time.
We got a pull-out couch, so he's got his own bed. I got my bed. We're in bed, sleeping, 2:30 in the morning. I mean, he says, Dad, he's been coughing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I don't feel good. I said, oh, come on, tough it out. 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Dad, I really don't feel good. I go, all right, come here. Let me see what's going on. I put my hand on his forehead. The kid is burning up with fever.
That makes for the beginnings of a great Super Bowl weekend.
Burning up with fever. And at that point, I say to him, well, come here now. Let me... And I give him a hug, and he's doing that thing where he's actually... He's got the chills, and he's burning up with fever.
Oh, my God.
So I call down to the front desk.
Oh, that's helpful.
Because they have a sign that says, if you need anything
Need anything
like a toothpaste or
a toothbrush.
So I call downstairs and I say, hi, I need a thermometer. And the girl says, well, there's a CVS about 10 miles away.
That's it.
That's what she said. I said, my kid is very sick. And she said, I'm sorry. The gift shop opens at 8 a.m.
There you go, and there are no exceptions.
So, Bart and I went through the night. This morning we get up. I called Frida, and I said, listen, Bart's really sick. I'm not sure what to do. I might have to put him on the plane and send him back home. I don't know. And she says to me, because she has no idea that we're staying in a crack house, she says, and I laughed at this, why don't you call the concierge?
There's the lady that's grown accustomed to the high life.
Why don't you call the concierge and ask them to have the hotel doctor look at him?
That's funny, the hotel doctor. Dr. Giggles.
I said, honey, can I tell you something? I can't get a friggin' thermometer.
Right.
I said, you don't understand the hotel that I'm staying at. And then this is when I started to get another bowl of Scornflakes when she said again, I'm 2,000 miles away. What can I do about this?
Oh, man, that's a lot of hot buttered scorn there.
And I said, I don't know what you can do about this, but all I know is that he was sick all night. He's sick now. And at this point, and I'll say in fairness to her, I was asking for, I said, what should I do? She said, well, you could take him to the hospital. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, frankly, the kid's not sick enough to go to a hospital. So we went down to the gift shop. We got him some Sudafed. We got him some aspirin. And we had breakfast with Rob.
Did he yak at all, or
no.
Is it just a cold thing?
It's just a bad cold.
Okay.
We go over to get our credentials, which is another gigantic CF this morning. While we are standing in line, what, we got a break? All right. while we're standing in line, make this very quick. While we're standing in line for our credentials, of which we are being dicked around to a magnitude you would not believe.
Well, that's a hassle.
Sorry. Yeah, I know, because you're out playing golf with Franco Harris.
Sterling Sharp.
My cell phone rings, and it's Frida, and she says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "We're getting our credentials." She says, "Is Bart there?" I said, "Yeah, he's right here." She says, "If he's so sick, why is he there?" I said, "Because if he doesn't get his credential now, he's not going to be able to do all the stuff this weekend."
Right.
And then she really starts going off on me, screaming at me. You know, I'm getting scorned. Finally, I said, I can't handle it. You're yelling at me now. I can't handle this. I hang up the phone, and Bart says, "Dad," and listen, how demoralizing is it? He says, "Dad, I'm sorry. Do you want me to call Mom for you?"
Oh, that's nice.
And I said, "No, listen, I don't care that Mom's mad at me.
Right.
I don't care. Let's get our credentials and get the hell out of here."
So it all worked out, and the important thing is, how is your son doing now?
I don't know. He's in the hotel room.
So, haven't you called over there, haven't you?
I defy you to call the hotel and see if anyone answers the phone.
Okay,
I defy you.
I'm sorry.
I defy you. I've tried
I didn't know.
all afternoon since I left to come over here.
I didn't know.
I know you didn't know.
Sorry about it. And I did have kind of a cushy morning. I'm sorry.
You sure did. You came in all happy because you've been out playing golf, and Charlie told me that you called and wondered if you could bring your golf clubs here to the broadcast site.
No, that's not. Now wait a minute. That's not what it was. What it was I told Charlie that I was going to be coming directly from the golf course to the broadcast site because I was playing in the Franco Harris tournament, and I asked him. I said, "Do I have time?" The question was this: do I have time to swing by the hotel before I come over here? And the answer was yes. Therefore, I don't have my clubs or so. That is it. What?
You said, "Should I bring my clubs in?" I said, "No."
No, I didn't say should I bring my... I said, can I bring my clubs in here, or do I have time to go to the hotel? That's what I said to you. That why would I... If the clubs would be here... If I
do that before you got here?
Pardon me?
What? Why wouldn't you just take them to the hotel directly?
Because I had told you that I would meet you at 2:15, and then when I called you when I got close to the convention center, I thought, well, if it's just 2:15 and getting credentials has already been taken care of, which you said it had, then I figured I'd go by the hotel and drop them off. That's it. Why are we discussing this? Communication is tough enough for you with you off the air.
Yes, it is.
I mean, isn't that the way it went?
Yes, that's how it went. You're exactly
Then
right.
why are you giving...
Because
you're my friend.
Listen, suffice to say, you had a good morning.
Well, can I talk about my good morning?
Yeah, and we have to have a break. I mean, we do. I'm sorry.
It wasn't that good, but it was pretty okay.
Oh, it's better than our morning.
It was pretty cool.
And frankly, that's why I know you sensed today when you came in.
Oh, I did.
That there was something you kept saying to me.
I still sense it.
You said, "What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong." I'm glad that you came down here and you were able to get right off the airplane and get to the hotel in 20 minutes and go out and play wonderful golf today while we're over here, being effed up the A by the NFL to get our goddamn credentials, of which you could just walk in at 2:30 because all the paperwork had been done already.
Charlie did all the paperwork for me. The golden boy. That's me.
Boy, the golden boy.
The golden boy. I won again. I won again. Life is grand. Fantastic. Oh, it's so wonderful. Fun, sun, football, golf. So what? So what? So what? I tried my damn best.
Well, listen, we do want to hear about your day at Bushwood.
Yes, it was fun. It was very fun or so.
We do. And also I do want to get a discussion about the guy you played golf with today.
Yeah, because you had said something to me, and then it's up for discussion. I want to talk about that.
Okay, so we will talk about... we will change the topic. We will go to the world of Mike, where everything is great. when we come right back live from the Super Bowl.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Everything you read when he came in, he was good. They built tremendous highways. He returned, got all the factories going, everything. He was good at the beginning, but then he went nuts. He went berserk, I guess, and I think even his own generals tried to kill him, didn't they? Everybody in history knows that he was good at the beginning, but he just went too far.
Broadcasting from the Super Bowl, it's the Don and Mike Show.
And Miss
We're brought to you by Geico. Our Super Bowl show is. Where one 15-minute phone call can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. I think that Les Moonves is going to come by.
That's pretty exciting.
The guy who's, second in command to Mel at CBS.
And he's a TV guy, and we can make the big pitch for our series.
And also, well, you know what? I'll wait until after you tell us about golf. To tell you about the CBS Ranch out here.
Well, let me tell you.
We'll piss you off.
Well, this is very brief because I did have a good time, and it's not good to dwell on it because I know that you didn't have that good a time.
No. And it's not only me. We. All of us had crappy times, but we are glad that you had
you were
a good time. We really are.
You were going through the maze here to get media credentials, and there was a foul up, and while you were doing that, I got invited. My friend Dave Wood from Domino's Pizza. I have to give the plug. You know that, don't you?
I know.
You're just disgusted with me. I am.
I am GB.
Golden Boy. Invited me to play in the Franco Harris Lydell Mitchell golf tournament today. And so I got out there today and got out there early to hit some balls, and this is not going to make you any happier. I thought it was going to be really cold because when I came out of the hotel, it was like 42 degrees. It felt freezing, and then when we got to the site of the golf tournament, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
The weather was...
We're happy for you. Hey, Rob, pull up. Mike's telling us how great the weather was when he was out there hitting balls today.
I couldn't believe beautiful. I couldn't believe how warm it was.
Around the time that you and I were on that trolley that took 40 goddamn minutes to go 3 city blocks.
Oh, you mean the one with the wooden park benches inside?
I'm sorry, guys. It was really wonderful. And
it was also very temperate in line in the media center. Very mild in there.
Well, I get out there, and I'm all by myself, and I'm a driving range where I love to be, and the sun's coming up, and it's warm on my face.
Really? Was there one particular beam of golden light that just sort of focused on you?
Believe me. You know what this is? This is crap karma right now. We're going to keep talking like this, and then I'm going to fall into the river tonight.
I was going to say, it couldn't be bad karma for us because nothing good has happened to us yet.
That's right. I just should low-key this. But when I play in these tournaments, I play in a lot of them, not as many as I used to, but normally what it is you go out there and it's a bunch of corporate people. Now, I happen to know this guy, Dave Wood, who invites me, and we've played together before, but it's still going to be, in my opinion, I'm going to have a bunch of guys that work in business, and it can be horrible. It can be really awful. Most of the time it is. But he says, listen, Dave...
Rob, which do you think would be more awful? Having to wait in line for 2 hours for credentials, or having to play golf with some corporate guys who you really don't know?
I don't know. That's a toss-up.
Well, let me tell you, boys, I didn't have to play with corporate people.
No golden boy?
Because...
Now, listen to this. Wait till you hear who he played with.
Dave says to me, I'm thinking there are going to be some, I don't want to say has-beens, but I'll say has-beens. Some guys that used to play a million years ago, and that's who comes to these things. I didn't think there'd be anybody that was, a noteworthy football player or a TV person, and then Dave taps me on the shoulder and he says, listen, you're going to be in the golf cart with Sterling Sharp.
You won again.
Here's why I thought this is interesting. Mike told me this. I said, Sterling Sharp has a rap for being the biggest a-hole at ESPN.
Really?
He has a rap. He never talked to reporters when he played for the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
He runs an attitude on ESPN. If you watch him during their football shows, he'll say, for instance, Randy Moss is good, but not as good as me when I played.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what my impressions were. When I met Sterling Sharp, we sit down in the golf cart together. I mean, and that's when you're in one of these tournaments, I mean, you're with the guy. You're going to be the guy talking to him for the whole time. My first impression of the guy was that he was a very nice man. He was a nice guy. We chatted a little bit. I think I irritated him because I looked down at his golf balls that he's got in the front of the golf cart, and he's playing ladies' balls. Like the golf balls that are designed for ladies. And I see on the golf ball, it's a precept golf ball.
See, I don't know. Are they smaller?
No, they're the exact same size. They apparently are made differently to travel further.
More distance,
But
right?
on the side, I see lady. It says Lady, and I thought it was like some kind of nickname he had for somebody or initials or something. And I point at them. I didn't know they were ladies' golf balls, and I swear to God I didn't. I thought really, I'm looking at these golf balls, and I think it's a good conversation starter, and I'm going to ask him about these, and it's going to be perfectly okay. I didn't realize that the reason they say lady is because they're girls' golf balls.
Well, why is Sterling Sharp playing golf with girls' balls?
He answers that because I pointed his golf balls in the golf cart, and I said, hey, and I thinking that it was some kind of like nickname or some kind of like initial, I asked the question in a real dicky way. And if I was playing girls' golf balls, I would probably think that I was being an a-hole.
What did you say?
I said, hey, before we get started, Sterling, I got to ask you, what is that? What is lady? He looks at me. All of a sudden, his whole face changes, and he looks at me and he says, they travel better and they hold the green better than any comparable ball. They're ladies' golf balls. And when he said that, I realized, he thinks I am Johnny A-hole. Johnny A-hole. I'm sitting there, really? And then I realized that my whole attitude made him think that I'm saying, Sterling's playing girls' ball. Well, yeah.
Well,
but I mean, he didn't care. He had a bunch of these things, too. They were all, and let me tell you something. I thought that we were off to the, what were you looking at? What? Oh, my God.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's George Michael.
Oh, no, listen, we're in the middle of something. We cannot be derailed here. He's not even going to come over.
He's not going to give us the gimple.
Rudy, are you bringing him over here?
Rudy, we are in the middle of something.
We're in the middle of something. Just tell him, later.
Good gimpling.
Later. So he looks at me, and I think I get off on the wrong foot with the guy, because I think he gives me kind of a look. But he's still friendly. He's really friendly. We're having good conversation, and I'm like, you know what the fantasy is when you're playing with a football player? You're going to be buddy-buddy. You're going to be pals. You're going to talk. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to have a good time.
Right, GB.
Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be exciting. Golden Boy is going to make a friend. So I start chatting with him, and he's really, really nice. He's nice until, as a team, we bogey the second hole. We bogeyed the hole.
What does that mean, bogey?
Means we won over par. We didn't do well on a hole. And at this point, the demeanor changes. And he is not talking anymore. And I'm saying things like, do you get a chance to play very often? He's like, yeah, I play every day. I try to play every day. And it is like a light switch. Somebody has turned on the chillometer. Now, wait a minute.
Guy's a prick.
But wait a minute. The light switch turns back on when we do well on a hole. Like when we get a birdie, all of a sudden, he's happy. But I'm confused, and I'm playing the worst golf I've ever played, because this guy, not only was he a great football player, but seriously, he hits the ball. He hit one drive over 350 yards. And I am being conservative because I don't want to say he hit it 400 yards, but I swear to God, he hit it over 350 yards straight down the middle. He's a one-handicap golfer. He's a great golfer. And I'm totally flustered because he's being nice, and he's being mean, and he's being nice, and he's being mean, and I don't know what the hell to do. So I can't
how did
tell
it
you.
end?
It ended where I shook his hand, and he was polite, and he was curt with me.
Well, I told you, he's a prick.
But there were moments where he was a good guy. There were moments where he was a good guy.
When I watch him on TV,
George
he seems to be a
Michael's
prick.
staring at us.
Another Golden Boy.
There you go.
No, come on.
Come on, no. Come on. Hey, George, how you doing?
Golden
George
Boy.
is shaking his head. George is shaking his head. Here comes George.
You're the Golden Boy.
All right, George.
I love you, Don.
Hi, George.
I have always loved you. Before there was a Mike, there was a George. You put us together, and it's Mike and George. I love you.
I love you, George.
I'm sorry about the restroom scene in Beverly Hills.
What's he talking about?
Are you guys doing good? Are you thinking music?
No, not music at all.
Hey, I just wanted to stop by to see who, because I know you two are real serious football heads.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
Passionate about the game.
I got to go on with Sonny Jurgensen. I want to know, tell me, who's going to win the game, guys?
Giants.
The Giants?
Yeah.
That means the Ravens?
Giants.
Win, right?
I say Giants also. I'm a Giants fan, George.
I know you are. You always have been, ever since your days at American University.
Wow.
Do people know that you went to American University?
Not all the time, George. Thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate it.
Do they know that
Of course, you're the Golden Boy. Of course he knows that about you.
Do they know that you were the president of I Felt the Thigh and Tappacaga Day fraternities to drop out you? 77 WABC, George Michael. Get your love, mother.
Now that's what we like, George. That's the George.
Everybody hanging their head in shame. Have I just destroyed my reputation and career in 10 seconds?
That's
You miss me. You guys miss me. You're too damn straight. You need me.
We do miss you, George.
All right, well, listen, if that's all there is, then I'll be going now. I'm going to go put my money on the Ravens now that you told me the Giants win.
Beautiful.
Geronimo. You drove Jake Cook to his grave. Do you know that?
Okay, get out of here. Hey, George, get out of here.
Can you
George.
say Chicago like we do? We play that tape of you all the time when you say
You're
At the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, when you're at WABC with Chicago.
Now that. Thank you, George.
That's fantastic.
Show in Tampa is about to get a cop after me. Thanks.
Thank you, George.
He gave us a Chicago.
Chicago!
Oh, that is great. You the man.
All Music Radio 77 WABC.
He's off mic. George is saying other things too.
What?
Right
Get on the microphone. What? Straight for so long, and I run into you guys, and in 3 minutes, my reputation's right back down the hopper. You know, liquid summer could ruin my career faster than it.
Oh boy, you know when you want somebody to do something, then they do it 150%. I like that.
Thank you, George.
That's good.
There he goes.
Wow. He was over there. You weren't looking. I was looking. I had to invite him over here. He's a good guy.
George Gimple.
Oh boy, we were worried about that. We weren't sure.
Yeah.
He looks great.
Wow.
Now is he coming back? No, he's going over to the other side.
There he goes.
There he goes.
All right.
So anyway, I think that my verdict is I still think he's okay.
Sterling Sharp?
But we did not part as... It's not like I would say, hey, he was buddy-buddy, he's a good guy, or I could ever see him again and go, Sterling, it's me, your personal friend. That it was made pretty clear that that's not going to happen.
Gotcha. All right, well...
But I'm the golden boy.
You are the golden boy.
And then I discovered oil.
And a wallet full of currency.
Oh, my God.
All right, timeout.
Oh, damn.
Fast and Furious at the Super Bowl.
I'm sweating.
I know you are.
Golden sweat. Golden sweat. Rob, shut up, Rob. Shut up. Your brain's got the shell on it.
We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I'm George Michael. Good to have you all with us tonight. Eighth caller at 212-955-9222 will win a 4 LP disco package featuring Gloria Gaynor, furnished by Polydor Records. Dial now. I want to make you a WABC winner. Monday in New York, 81 degrees, hazy skies, still a few scattered showers in the area. I guess that it is every guy's fantasy to be standing at the bar some night and to have the most gorgeous woman in the world walk up to him, look him in the eye, and then whisper in his ear.
Bringing you all the excitement of Super Bowl XXXV. It's Don and Mike.
How'd you get that one? XXXV.
I have my sources.
Do you have a tape of him saying V?
Yeah, I found one, but I left the other one in there, too, because it's funny.
Oh, and incidentally, Lisa, you played the wrong George Michael tape, honey. We needed to hear the one
that says Old Days.
Yes, the one where he's introducing Chicago Old Days.
That's the George Michael classic.
Are you working on that right now, Charlie? All right, well, as soon as she gets that, we'll let you know. Live at the Super Bowl, courtesy of Geico, where one 15-minute phone call saves you 15% on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Now let's hear that George Michael tape.
George Michael. WABC. 8:03, Monday in New York at WABC, and Billy Martin is officially back as manager of the Yankees. I told you that would happen Saturday night, didn't I? Trust me. Ah, yes. I thought this was the right song to play with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chicago!
There he is. All right, turn it off now, Lisa. Turn it off. I mean, the whole air check goes like for an hour and a half.
That's great. I love that.
That is George Gimple, 77.
That's right. Happy birthday.
77?
77. He is 7 years older than G. Gordon Liddy.
That's great.
All right, Les Moonves, I guess he's not showing up. Is that the deal? This place is really starting to
empty out.
To empty out now.
Yeah, apparently the huge NFL conclave, the Commissioners Party, is this evening, and it is where we are located. It will be held in the convention center here in Tampa, and I guess everyone's going home to primp.
Yeah, so I guess we're not going to have this dude Les Moonves on the show now. We've had Les Moonves on the show via telephone one time.
Rob is going crazy. Do you think that those pills he took last night, there's still residual effect?
He's over there writing jokes. You really expect us to read this? More Don and Mike and less Moonves? Don't you think so, Trey? No, I think that sucks. I think that sucks.
Oh, I'm off Superb Al.
Please, stop sitting there writing these dumb jokes that nobody reads.
Okay.
Sorry. Listen. So, about CBS. This morning, Golden Boy, while you were enjoying all of the accoutrements you were enjoying.
Accoutrements, yes. My pampered life. While I was getting my pedicure.
While Rob and I were sitting, having breakfast in that crappy asshole that we've...
That's right.
Having the crack house buffet.
I was out getting my pedicure, and you and Rob were shoveling coal.
Well, no, listen. Really, this has nothing to do with you, but while you were out... While we were having breakfast, we were reading the newspaper. And we were reading the newspaper at breakfast. And we read 2 items that really will piss you off.
Really?
Now, when you consider the fact that we flew down on a regular airplane, of which we never bitch about.
Right.
That, we're staying in an awful hotel, that we're here crammed like sardines into this big convention center.
Right.
We read that turd Imus in the morning is down here. Now... They flew him down on a private jet. It says in the article that they got him at a ranch somewhere outside Tampa Bay, and that his suite that he is staying in is larger than his New York apartment. And furthermore, he likes the chair that he broadcasts from in his studio at WNBC or WFAN. They paid to overnight deliver that chair.
I'm going to barf.
Down to Tampa Bay.
That cannot possibly, that cannot remotely, that can never suck enough.
Meanwhile, our asses are sitting on whatever the standard Tampa Bay Convention Center chairs are.
They are kissing his ass that much on this broadcast?
Yes, they are.
Now, is he broadcasting out at that ranch?
No.
Or is he just coming down for...
Oh, no, this was the funniest part. Yes, he is.
Okay.
And the article said the 200 fans who showed up were excited to hear him.
Yeah, there you go. The 200 people.
Fans.
And he's on down here.
Yes.
And they come out to see him, his 200, because he's so scary popular.
But that's really good turnout, because that's like 30% of his entire audience.
So we read this, and man, we're pissed. It's like, we're staying at a crack house, and he's in a suite that is bigger than his New York apartment.
Right.
And then I say to Rob, wait, you're mad about that. Skim down to the bottom of the next page. And then we read about, and this is quote, the CBS Ranch.
Aye.
What they've done for the CBS stars who are here is they have bought out an entire ranch. That includes 2 18-hole Arnold Palmer golf courses, luxurious spa and daycare centers, 24-hour massage service, horse riding stables, marble enclosed.
So they basically
bathrooms.
They basically booked an entire resort for the CBS family.
Gourmet cooks on call 24 hours.
We are not part of the CBS family.
No. They had the list of stars. Of course, Ray Romano.
Yeah, of course.
The entire cast of Everybody Loves Raymond, Jervis and Sue and Jeff Probst from Survivor.
Oh, my God.
And Kevin James.
Right. Kevin James gets to do it.
And Kevin James.
See, it's all about the TV.
So that's really why I wanted Les Moonves. Charlie said to me earlier, Les Moonves might be able to do an interview. I mean, he wanted to come on to promote Survivor.
Right.
I wanted to bust his ass about how come we're staying in a crack house. Listen, I understand we're not on the CBS TV network.
Right.
But we don't have 24-hour-a-day gourmet chefs waiting to cook our meals for him.
Well, how about that? So CBS, we don't have envelopes to send out our prizes.
Right.
And they're getting the star treatment and booking an entire resort for all those wonderful people who are just down here. They're not coming down Radio Road. There's no promotion going on.
No.
They're just out there doing their thing.
But even beyond that, this Imus thing...
Yeah, what is the deal with
is
that?
Enough to really fry your ass,
Shipping that Fossil's chair down here?
Maybe it's a prescription chair.
And it says in the news.
Stupid idiot, Rob.
Says in the newspaper, a private jet.
Just got my private jet. And, he's not going to be doing any horseback riding, is he? I don't think I can. I'll break my collarbone.
I don't think so.
I don't want to break my collarbone.
Damn, that's a pisser. And then it says in the paper,
Stupid idiot.
And they don't make fun of the fact that only 200 people show up.
Yeah, they don't even mention that. It's Imus. And so the fact that he only pulled 200 people at his broadcast.
Hey, does anybody have... Hey, Rob, go check on one of those tables down there. It's the Tampa St. Pete Times or whatever the hell the newspaper is. Because you got to see. They got a giant picture of it.
Imus.
Is this it? Hold on. Yep, this is it.
Stupid idiot, Bernard.
Hold on.
Oh, man.
Let me find the section.
Listen, I'm going to want a private jet to take me down here. I want my own private chair.
Here
I want my special chair, my specialty chair.
Got it. Share it with you now. Okay? How you like this? Look at that headline.
Oh, there he is with his doofus cowboy.
Imus draws crowd before dawn.
Really? Before dawn.
The Costa talk show celebrity hosts his radio show from the Westin Innsbruck Resort.
Innisbrook.
Yeah,
is that the same resort that they're doing the CBS people?
No, CBS is at the Saddlebrook Resort.
So there are two major golf resorts here in Tampa, two of the nicest ones. There's the Westin Innisbrook, which is fantastic, and then there's Saddlebrook. And that's CBS's property. But you know what? We should have been out there.
A radio show isn't much to look at. A bunch of folks wearing headphones. It's not as if you're watching a play. Yet, for the 200 fans who showed up Thursday for the live remote of Imus in the Morning.
Oh, there's a song and dance fest.
Fans! The radio program was a pageant of the highest order. It wasn't boring at all, said Tampa resident Scott Buckingham.
It wasn't boring at all. I enjoyed watching the Imus.
An unshaven Imus arrived at the conference center at 5:15 a.m.
I don't feel like doing the show.
Wearing his ever-present cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's where I put my and it has the cowboy hat has the hair attached to it. It's sewn and it's attached to it. He pulls it off and it's like a bald head with blue veins underneath.
After settling into the chair, air freighted to Florida specifically for this show, Imus never left it during the 6 to 10 a.m. broadcast.
Because he can.
Imus kicked the show off with praise for, what's the name of this place?
Innisbrook Resort, right?
Innisbrook, calling it a first-class resort.
It's a first-class resort. They brought my chair down here.
His suite was the size of his New York apartment, he said.
God.
Let me see. During the show, Boomer Esiason and Phil Simms stopped by to chat. And then down on the bottom of the page, it's CBS South invades Saddlebrook Resort in Pasco. CBS primetime manager said last-minute change expended right after the weekend, but many of the network stars will be staying at the Wesley Chapel Resort. Big names include the entire cast of Everybody Loves Raymond. The 480-acre resort features shops, restaurants, 2 Arnold Palmer-designed 18-hole golf courses, and 45 tennis courts. Add to that a 7,000-square-foot spa that offers body treatments, facials, salon services, with 12 private treatment rooms, a couple's rooms with soaking tub, hydro massage tub, men's and women's dressing rooms, whirlpools, saunas, steam rooms, 24-hour room service with gourmet chefs, according to CBS spokespeople.
Fantastic. Everybody's getting taken care of.
Others on the confirmed list include King of Queens star Kevin James.
Enjoy, Kevin.
David Letterman won't be at Saddlebrook, but he has sent Biff Henderson.
So Biff Henderson is out there.
Along with Late Show host Craig Kilborn.
And, of course, you would think that maybe, since they're at that fantastic resort, they could send some of those celebrities our way.
Yeah.
We don't even get to do an interview when we're down here working.
No. So, FCBS.
That's a message from Wendell.
Message from Wendell.
It's pretty excellent.
Not only are we not... Man, you got psycho handwriting, Wendell. Not only are we not part of the CBS Ranch family, We are not welcome down the hall here at the CBS Sports office, where they have 3 different flavors of hot super pretzels. I checked yesterday.
Did you say hot soup?
Hot super pretzels.
Oh, hot super pretzels.
That's true, Wendell? Come explain this note.
I ducked in there yesterday, and in doing some advance work while waiting for my credentials, said hi. Showed them the business card, CBS Radio, everything, and could my talent duck in here tomorrow for a respite from being out there on Radio Row? And I was told, no, that's just for our correspondents. We're not even allowing the press in here.
CBS.
Yeah, they really, they're really behind you around
They
here.
handed me back my business card, by the way. That was nice of them.
They handed you back your business card.
And asked you to reuse it again.
Be gone.
They handed it back to you. Oh, F them. Super pretzels. This sucks.
Okay, well, listen.
Armin Catane Super Pretzels.
Listen, we have a Friday favorite lined up for you next.
Yay!
Let me just say, it's someone from the NFL past and someone whose fingers, and rather fingernails and hair continue to grow.
It's a ghost, Don.
Yes, it is, and it's coming right up.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Did you really mean what you said up there?
Uh-huh. I just want you to be happy, Mary.
But I'd be happiest with you.
What about Brett Favre?
What'd I tell you the first time we met? I'm a Niners fan.
Live from the Super Bowl, it's Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
You know, that reminds me of that tape of Ben Stiller. I know I'm way late to the party on this,
but you saw it.
Yeah, I told Mike during the break. I watched Meet the Parents.
Is De Niro not the funniest thing? I've never seen him funnier.
In the hotel room? Yeah. He's great. Ben Stiller. Right. Is great at that. Listen, I know I'm like a year behind.
Sure.
I'm the last person in the world to see the movie, but really liked it. And Mike, I'll be watching you.
Yeah, you know what Rob and I have been doing for a while.
Okay.
I'll be watching you.
Let's do a Friday favorite, and we are going beyond the grave.
It's game time now on WPEK with cash for you and me. Don and Mike to play low budget Jeopardy.
Okay, let's welcome the smell of death into the studio.
Domingo, I've come back from the grave.
Ladies and gentlemen, former owner of your Washington Redskins
and currently deceased,
Jack Kent Cook.
And I call you Domingo.
You know, that's my favorite tape, when you called me Domingo.
Who sold my franchise to a dwarf? I am not pleased with the direction of my franchise. The Washington Redskins have been turned over to a tiny little boy.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but the Redskins are not in the Super Bowl this year.
I am aware of that fact, and tell me, who are these ravens?
Yeah,
that's not a football bird.
You've been dead a long time. They used to be the Cleveland Browns.
Lay with me.
I don't want to lay with you.
Will you?
I don't want to lay with you.
I'm lonely. I now exist in the beyond, and I'm furious. You cannot gauge the depth of my anger. I am beyond consolable due to the fact that the Cook family franchise has been mishandled rather inappropriately.
So if you could speak to current Redskins owner Dan Snyder,
yes,
what would you say to him?
I would say, Mr. Snyder, bloody congratulations on taking over the franchise, but your Napoleonic tendencies have resulted in a reversal of our good fortune.
And you know, he fired your boy Norm.
Norville Turner will be the next Joe Gibbs. You mark my bloody words. I'm furious. I do not feel that they will attain the level of success under Schottenheimer that they would have under Norville Turner. By God, bring him back from the abyss.
And listen, I know you got to be upset. I know you hate Baltimore. Have you heard of, well, I just told you, the Baltimore Ravens are in the Super Bowl.
Domingo.
Yes, Jack.
Have you heard that this is not really a franchise? The name of the bloody team is the Cleveland Browns, who were spirited out of Cleveland to the city of Baltimore in the dead of night. And, oh dear.
What's happening?
My nails.
Oh.
I must sew these bloody hooks. Look at my fingers.
Your talons.
They're all bone.
Well, now, when you die,
yes,
your fingernails continue to grow?
The hair grows, not that I was in abundance of that particular quality.
What about, hey, we always used to love asking you about
fire away.
Your Speedos and your bathing suits.
I was buried in my Speedo.
What about your genital hair? Has your pubic hair grown since you've been dead?
Pubic hair does not grow in the afterlife. It maintains its curl and luster, but it does not grow. Fingernails and hair. I have shoulder-length, snow-white locks overlooking extremely long and dirt and beetle-infested fingernails.
How are your genitals, though, Mr.
The genitals, by God, man, what is this passion, this deep infatuation you have with my genitalia? It's not normal. You do not possess normal tendencies if you insist on focusing on my genitals. Why do you not consult with me about spirits of football and instead occupy all of your cerebral cortex with a discussion of my penis?
How's your old wrinkled wiener doing?
It's fine. If we can get it out of the bloody way, my wrinkled wiener, as you so eloquently call it, is doing just fine, but I fear we'll never be turgid again. Thank you.
You know, the Chrysler building is now owned by a group of Japanese investors.
Are you telling me that they sold the Chrysler building to non-North Americans? Yeah. You notice I don't say Americans because, of course, I am Canadian by birth. I heard that. Well, look who it is. It's Giant Head. Hello there. It's Mr. Large Cranial Surface. I see you have a flat top. Attaboy.
Yes, I'm a good guy. You'd like me.
Good to see you. I can see you from the afterlife, and I know what you do.
I think you two have a lot more in common, maybe, than you realize.
Well, I listen to your show in heaven, and we do have one particular thing in common that I will share with you if you can release yourself from your obsessive questioning about my genitals. Very good. That is not what I was thinking. Do you mean a fascination with Adolf Hitler?
No. No, Rob is generally a person who hates other people.
Yes. Oh, well, I will share and applaud you. I always said to the entire Cook family, Rob, hating is good for the soul. It is the world's strongest emotional tendency. And if you can hate at least once a day, you'll live a long and albeit fruitful life.
And not only that, Squire, I've also been known to be quite parsimonious.
Have you ever washed your windows of your automobile with vinegar and newspaper?
I have.
It works better than the pricey blue fluid.
Right. Why pay Windex your hard-earned dollar?
Why give the bastards the benefit of my hard-earned money?
Right.
I like the boy. He hates and he's cheap.
What would your words of advice be for the owners of both teams, the Mara family who owns the Giants and the Lodells who own the Ravens?
My advice would be get ye to a cemetery with shovels, dig me up and prop me up in both of your owner's suites. I have more personality than either Mr. Mara or Mr. Modell. I was the squire. I was the man in tweed. I was the one with the double-decker sunglasses. I was fun, horny, and a fabulous, bloody owner, Domingo. Thanks so much for asking.
And finally, a football question. I know I asked it before.
I'd love to talk about football, but with the abundance of new franchises, I cannot keep track. Why are the Cleveland Browns going by the false name of the Baltimore Ravens?
You know what happened to Houston Oilers?
The Houston Oilers, they were a struggling franchise when I was seated in the ownership circle.
They're now the Tennessee Titans.
Titans?
And you know who they played in the Super Bowl last year?
Oh.
The St. Louis Rams.
The Rams? Bloody hell, man. The Rams are from Los Angeles.
There's no team in Los Angeles.
How's Georgia Frontiere?
Oh!
My God, a fine woman and a great rat.
You ever slip it to her?
I never had the opportunity. As you know from my history, my proclivity was for younger women in their 20s
like
or 30s.
Marlena.
Damned bitch.
Oh. Yeah.
Damned money-grubbing, obsessive-compulsive wench from hell.
And Mr. Cook,
Marlena will never get any more of my fortune, and she'll be damned lucky to stay within the United States borders.
We were just just noticed outside.
Yeah.
We just had on the show a few seconds ago one of your favorite television sports anchors.
Who would that be?
George Gimple.
Giorgio!
George Michael.
Giorgio!
And I know that you used to love being on the Channel 4 News with him.
The reason I enjoy George Michael, can I tell you why?
Why?
George Michael and I were born in the same year. He's bloody fun. Is he still working with my friend Sonny Jurgensen?
Oh, yeah, they're outside doing a live shot right now.
They're both fine individuals, and I'd just like to say that my spirit in the afterlife is still with the Redskins and Marty Schottenheimer.
But what about Snyder?
Snyder can kiss my dookie.
Oh, no.
In my Duke, in the bad part.
Oh, now listen to this.
The decaying bad part.
Who's talking about genitals now?
I am. I'm not genitals. It's excretory organs. He can kiss my rotting, decaying orifice. My bad hole.
Would you consider coprophilia with Dan Snyder?
No, absolutely not. Only if I was the donor.
That's what I meant.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. But unfortunately, during the embalming process, they took it all out of me. There's none left. For an old squire, there is no poop left. No poo. Damned lack of poo.
We are bloody poo.
Bloody poo won't come out. It's in the hands of some damned mortician.
Yeah, we're going to take a break, and we need two contestants for today's low-budget Jeopardy. Our phone number is 877.
Find it for me, Domingo. Give it back to me.
3636.
I want my poo.
Please call Lisa. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
The whole Judy Garland thing kind of turned me on. Does that make me some kind of fag? No, maybe your money.
Mike, I'm telling you, man. She thought you were money. I don't think so. I heard them both talk. Both those girls thought you were money. I just don't think she liked me enough. Baby, you were so money and you don't even know it.
Capturing the excitement of Super Bowl XXXIIII. It's Don and Mike.
Jack, you are so money and you don't even know it.
I am the Money Meister, Domingo.
You ever watch that movie Swingers? That's where all that talk comes from.
I don't watch movies because I have no eyes left.
Right. Lisa, roll the music, please. Let's get to low-budget Jeopardy.
You're looking well.
There you go. That's the music. Jack, we have two contestants on the phone. Let's meet them now, please.
This is low-budget Jeopardy. Now entering the studio is a student from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Let's say hi to Steve Tisch.
Hey, Steve. Steve Areno.
Hey, Steve.
Steve, buddy. Steve, man.
Are you there, Steven?
The Stever.
Stephen Tisch.
The man of Steve Stinia.
Shall I introduce the other fellow?
Why don't you try that?
And now let's say hi to a contractor from Bethesda. Let's say hi to Alan Beal.
Alan?
Bingo.
Ah, there you go. Hold on, I got somebody there. You got the other guy? Are they both on the line?
Bingo, Mr. Cook.
Hi there. Steven, are you there?
I'm here, Don.
Beautiful. All right, we got them both. Guys.
And now entering the studio is the host of Low Budget Jeopardy. Don't screw without you.
Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome, Domingo.
Don't forget, I'm living with my mom, wearing a clip-on tie, suit by Mr. Guy. Call me Alex unless you're playing the game. Then it's L. Q. Quizmaster. And always call him
Skeletor.
Dead old man cook.
Dead old man cook.
And here's your categories, kids.
Hoop.
Your categories are Super Bowl trivia.
Trivia. I enjoy Jeopardy.
Name that Vince.
Vince, I have several in my cerebrum.
You have several Vinces in your cerebrum?
Oh, I have several worms in there, man.
Golden Globe winners.
Golden Globes. Damned Globes.
Ravens and Giants by the numbers.
By the numbers. Numero uno.
And states and capitals.
States and capitals. I'm glad that you're assisting our youth with their education.
Okay, now once again, here we go. It's Super Bowl trivia.
Yes.
Name that Vince.
Oh, there's something in my eye.
No, we made a last-minute change. We were going to have Vince Lombardi on today, and then we decided...
He's looking well.
to switch it to Jack Kent Cook.
Do you know what we call him now down in the cemetery?
What?
Dusty.
Golden Globe winners, Ravens and Giants by the numbers, and states and capitals. Steve, you're from Green Bay there. We will start with you, I guess.
All right, Alex, Super Bowl trivia for 1.
All right, here we go. You get this one. He was MVP of Super Bowl 2.
Who's Bart Starr?
Bart Starr, yeah.
$1 and a fabulous quarterback.
Super Bowl trivia for 2, Alex.
Number of Super Bowls won by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
4. What is 4?
No. That was not in the form of the question.
Alan Beal from Bethesda. Go, man.
What is 4?
Right, Alan, right.
$2, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Damned Rooney family. All right, Alan, you're in control.
Super Bowl for 3, please.
Including this year, the number of Super Bowls played in Tampa Bay.
What is 1?
No. Steve Tisch, your chance to steal.
What is 3?
3 is right.
3, damn bloody good game. Go again, Steve.
Ravens and Giants by the numbers for 1, Alex.
All right, here we go. Ravens, he's number 31.
Chris McAllister.
That was not in the form of a question.
You moron, you have to put it in the form of a damned question. All right, Alan, your chance to steal.
Who is McAllister?
No, you shouldn't have believed it. It's Jamal Lewis.
Steve, luckily, you have the board.
Ravens Giants by the numbers for 2.
Hey, listen, I got away from this. Jack, Mr. Cook?
Yes, sir, Domingo.
By the numbers, if you were alive,
yes.
Any idea how old you'd be now?
By the numbers, I would have 3 of them.
I would be celebrating a birthday, and that talented weather fellow, Willard Scott, would be selling jams and preserves with my birthday in between.
And what would he say about you? He'd say, we want to say happy birthday to Jack Kent Cook, who enjoys boning younger women and firing people in his office.
Capital idea. I would accept those fantastic superlatives with a great deal of gratitude for the rotund young man.
Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you. I promise we'll get right back to the game.
You're a very excitable boy, and I must reiterate, lay with me.
I heard that Dan Snyder barbecued your dog, Coco.
Do you mean he killed Coco?
He killed him, and then he barbecued him, and they ate him at a big picnic out at Redskins Park.
Will you do me a favor, Domingo?
Sure, Mr. Cook.
You tell that bloody Oompa Loompa that I'm coming to get him in his dreams.
They made Cocoa Bobs.
Cocoa Bobs?
You know, not kebabs. They made Cocoa Bobs.
I'll send him a Schneidergram while he's sleeping. I'll turn myself into Pinhead from Hellraiser. Pinhead with a tweed hat.
And that's right. You're right, Rob. They sold your dead dog on a stick to fans to eat during training camp. Do you know that he's charging for training camp?
Training camp? Charging an admission?
Yeah.
It's uncalled for, unacceptable.
You could come out to Redskins Park and pay your money, and you could actually eat Jack Kent Cook's dead dog on a stick.
They killed Coco and fed him to the fans? Unacceptable.
Yes.
My heart is filled with a great deal of sadness. I have a heavy heart. Then again, it's because it's fallen out of my bag.
We were on Ravens Giants by the numbers.
By the numbers.
Who was in control here?
I can't write with these hooks.
Who are you? Steve, all right.
Thank you. When we're trying to identify you, saying I was Steve is not the best way. But now you're in control. Select again.
All right, Ravens Giants by the numbers for 2. Giants, he's number 31.
Who is Jason Sehorn?
Yeah, that's right. You had it right all over.
$2 for you, Steve. Select again.
Ravens and Giants by the numbers for 3.
Giants, he is number 27.
Who is Ron Dane?
Correctamundo.
$3. Damn fine category, Steven. Select again.
Name that Vince for 1.
Now, keep in mind, we thought Vince Lombardi, which is why we had this category today.
Dusty to his friends.
He's married to Amy Grant.
Who is
Vince Lombardi is married to Amy Grant.
No, that's the answer to the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted you, Steve. Try to answer again.
Who is Vince Scully?
That fabulous sportscaster, gospel singer married.
Vince Scully.
I have no idea. Never heard of him.
All right,
maybe you guys have heard of Amy Grant.
Alan, your chance to steal.
Who's Vince Gill?
Okay, yeah, he got it. Wait a minute. Hold on.
No, he did. He got it right.
Okay, but I said... Okay.
You said Amy Grant. You didn't give it away.
Right, didn't give it away. Yeah, Vince Gill, right.
$1 for you, Alan. You're in control.
Name that Vince for 2, please.
Major movie star, starred in the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez.
Who is Vince?
Steve, it's your chance to steal.
Who is Vince Scully?
Vince Scully.
And for the record, his name might be Vince, but they called him Vin.
Right. Yeah, Vin, not Vince.
Oh, my
No. Vince Vaughn. Maybe you've heard of him. Vince Vaughn.
Vince Scully. And Steve and Alan, you're in control.
Name that Vince for 3, please.
Dead horror movie star. At one time, considered a Mike O'Mara lookalike.
Who is Vincent Price?
That's right.
$3. Bloody good job, Alan. You're in control. Select another category.
States and capitals, please, Mr. Cook.
Beautiful. Here we go. It is the capital of the great state of Illinois.
What is Springfield?
Right.
$1 and a fine place to live. $1. Go again, Alan.
States and capitals for 2, please.
It is the capital of the great state of Richmond.
What is Virginia?
He's right because I got it backwards.
We'll give it to you.
Because I was dyslexic on that one.
$2 for you, and you've tied the game, Alan.
Eighths and capitals for 3, please.
Yeah, that's very good. I effed that up, and he got it right.
That's all right. I used to F a lot of things up.
It is the capital of the great state of Louisiana.
What is Baton Rouge?
Right again.
$3, and with that, you take the lead. Is that the end of the first round?
Oh, no. We still got the Golden Globe winners.
Golden Globe winners for one. Would that be correct, Alan?
Yes, please.
Very good.
There we go. He won a Golden Globe for Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Who is George Clooney?
He is.
$1. You know, one time I had a nail-biting habit in the afterlife, and I chewed my finger clean off.
Clean off. Did it grow back?
It did indeed. Only the bone and the nail. Scratchy. I could use these hands as back scratchers. Oh. All right, Alan, you're in control.
Yeah.
Golden Globes for 2, please.
She won for her role in Nurse Betty.
Who is Zellweger?
Steve, it's
I got it.
To say. Steve, Alan.
You were buzzed.
You were buzzed, and then you shouted out the answer, giving your opponent a decided advantage.
Who is Renee Zellweger?
Correct.
$2 for you. You're mounting a comeback, Steve.
Golden Globes for 3, please.
He won for his role on The West Wing.
Who is some old guy?
Steve, victory was in your grasp, and now, Alan, your chance to steal.
Who is Martin Sheen?
Right.
And with that is the end of the first round of bloody, low-budget Jeopardy.
And, Jack, as the day gets later here in Tampa...
Yes, the late day.
I can't help but noticing, maybe it's with the early dinner hour for seniors.
Where I live, it's always nighttime.
I can't help but notice how many more... old people I'm seeing here in the Tampa Convention Center.
We only come out at night. Some of us old people, some of us live where it's dark all day. And the worms eat you. And the beetles. And the grubs. Damned snails.
Okay, listen, guys.
Weevils.
Steve, Alan, stay online. You're going to play Final Low Budget Jeopardy.
Final Low Budget Jeopardy.
And Mr. Cook, listen, how about a prediction on the game Sunday?
The game Sunday will be won by the Cleveland Rams.
Thank you. We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
It certainly is a beautiful day. We should thank the leader.
Who the hell is that? Some kind of leader?
Yes, he's the head of our perfect family.
Why don't you come chat with us about the leader at the Welcome Center?
Will there be beer?
Beer is not allowed.
Home or no function, beer well without.
Would you rather have beer or complete and utter contentment?
What kind of beer?
Broadcasting from the Super Bowl, it's the Don and Mike Show.
Our Super Bowl show has been brought to you by Geico, where one 15-minute phone call can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Reno Tahoe-style show with Bonnie Bernstein.
Bonnie Bernstein. Who is this Bonnie you speak of?
Oh, POA from CBS Sports.
I know those initials. A piece of ass.
Friday, February 23rd, 8 o'clock, main showroom, sponsored by Harrah's Lake Tahoe. Your biggest nights happen here.
I used to say to my son, John, there's nothing quite like a damned piece of ass.
Yes, guys, go to tvguide.com and click on the features link to vote for Leah Remini and the King of Queens. Voting ends Monday night.
I want a piece of ass in my coffin.
The 29th at 11:59 p.m. We're live from the convention center.
Ralph was too effeminate.
Super Bowl 35 in Tampa Bay. We got our guys online. Steve and Alan, are you there?
We're here, Don. I'm here, Don.
Okay, here you go, guys. Here's your final Low Budget Jeopardy category, and it is...
Hello, youngsters.
And it is, how long did it last?
Oh, yes. Days.
Not what you think.
All right.
Number of years, Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin stayed married. On January 12th, she filed for divorce. So in the form of a question, how long did it last, guys? The number of years that Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin were married? Don't forget, answer in the form of a question and good luck.
All contestants on Low Budget Jeopardy will receive films from my private collection of titles. All my favorites, like The Bone Collector, Pet Cemetery, Death Trap, Night of the Living Dead, Death Becomes Her, The Dead Zone, Nightwing, The Graveyard Shift, and, of course, my favorite, Benji! Now back to final low-budget Jeopardy with Alex Trebek Geronimo.
What was odd there was that all of those movies had to do with death.
That is indeed true.
And the macabre, and then the last movie was about a happy-go-lucky dog.
You've pinpointed it. Way to go, Domingo.
Who do we want to talk to first, old man?
Low man on the totem pole is Steve.
All right, Steve Areno. Here we go. How long did it last? Number of years Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin were married.
What is 9?
9 is... No, not it.
No,
sorry,
that
pal.
knocks you down to 0, Stephen.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Alan, you're the winner if you have the right answer.
What is 7?
7, he's a big winner.
Congratulations.
Lisa, give me that music, please.
Oh,
yes, indeed. 7 years they were married.
7 long years. I was married, too.
How many times?
To Jacqueline. Remember when I fathered the child? I was able to shoot my bloody steed. That over 70 years of age.
Yeah. All right, so Steve, the guy from Green Bay.
Yes.
You are the winner. Alan, the guy from...
Alan is the winner.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got it wrong.
So what? Now I shoot them.
I got it mixed up.
There you are.
Alan, you're the winner. Steve, you're the loser. Either way, don't go away, man. Just go away. Here's Jack Hancock to tell you about your money.
Alan.
And your prizes.
You double your score to $32. We throw in a bonus currency of $25, bringing your total to $57 bloody damned dollars, Alan.
That's awesome, Mr. Cook.
And Steve, we have parting prizes for your collection.
There you go, Steve.
You have won a CD soundtrack.
Weird stuff.
From the movie Save the Last Dance, courtesy of Paramount Pictures and Amphitheaters. Wait.
Hold on, let me see that. Give me that slogan.
Yes.
That's courtesy of Paramount Pictures and AMC Theaters.
I'm sorry, I thought it was AMC. But you've also won a VHS videotape of The Cell. The Cell. Rated R. Starring Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn. Now available to rent at your local video warehouse location. Thank you and thanks for a bloody damn good game, boys.
All right, Steve and Alan, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Thank you for listening, guys.
Guys.
Hello?
All right, well.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Don, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
You were too bloody impolite.
Oh, please, I want to tell Mr. Cook to tell Mike that his impressions are great, except Jesse does sound like Arnold.
Oh, would you... Now listen.
Which one of you said that?
Oh, now you...
Hey,
you know what?
Jerk.
You know what? You're going to put the golden boy into a tailspin this weekend.
Would that be Steve, our loser, by any chance?
I did not say that. Alan said that.
Alan, were you our winner and you said that?
I meant no offense, Mr. Cook.
Let me tell you, Alwyn, your total was $57.
Oh, my, here we go.
That total could be reduced dramatically, Alan. Say it's not true to Mike. Tell him that
Cook,
all of...
Mr. Cook, please tell Mike that his voices are incredible, and someday I hope to come to the camp.
There, you saved that bonus. Way to go, Alan.
Otherwise...
Say hi to somebody?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why are the bloody inmates taking over the asylum?
Who do you want to say hi to?
I want to say hi to my girlfriend, Rayanne.
Right, great. Thank you. Hold on, guys, both of you. Jesus Christ.
And I'd like to say hi to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Jackson.
Oh, see?
They all bloody run together. I'll tell that to Mike, but he'll be a stupor when I do.
Jack, always remember, never forget, Low Budget Jeopardy is a production of
Korat Incorporated and is distributed by King World. Goodbye. Look at my bones.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's
Well, that was an exciting Super Bowl edition of Low Budget Jeopardy today.
Always nice to hear from an old friend.
Yes, the smell of death is definitely in the Tampa Convention Center. Buzz!
Yes.
Buzz, I know you're there and we're here.
Yes, I am.
But it still is no reason that we cannot communicate with the news.
Excellent.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people.
It's Buzz.
He made it up.
And, Buzz, your lead story tonight, please?
Tonight, Jesse Jackson stars in My Two Wives.
That's great.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned for news and comments coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
That was very...
Keep hope alive.
Professional.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Dr. Wiseman, no one has a deeper respect for psychiatry than I do. And I know that when we get to Larry, we're both on the same side. But I think there's certain guidelines we should observe here.
Oh, before you go any further, let me tell you that I can't discuss Larry's case.
Oh, what horse you Buddha doctors are all the same. Soon you'll have Larry recovering a false memory of an uncle who tried to touch his pet.
Bringing you all the excitement of Super Bowl XXXB. It's Don and Mike.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, excitement my ass.
Tell you, we're having some fun now, ain't we?
Yeah, there's nobody in this convention center now.
It is empty, and it is nice. I like it. All the other radio professionals have strayed.
Yep, there's just a couple of guys left that are screaming stuff like, well, the Ravens are favored by 3.5.
Wild Val stick.
Yeah, so I think we're the last of our kind left here.
We are. I think we're the only ones of our kind.
Sad, really.
You know, the only guys left that are doing anything besides just, well, let me just see if I got something for you to illustrate my point.
Besides doing this.
What's the over-under on that?
That was fantastic pitch.
www.egars.com, hottest cigar site on the planet. Let's get to the news and the comments. Now here is Guy Birdley. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. If the National Enquirer is to be believed, and apparently it is, judging from Jesse Jackson's confession, then this story just gets stranger. In the
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Hi, Jesse.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Hey, you know why? And they had the Rainbow Coalition.
Sarah Connor.
In the next
Don't worry. I will be back. I'll be back. Sarah Connor.
In the next issue, the tabloid says Jackson's wife has befriended the woman with whom Jackson had a child. The paper says Jackie Jackson called Karen Stafford and that the two chatted like old girlfriends.
I certainly hope she does not divorce me.
Mrs. Jackson.
Go ahead,
Mike, why are you doing your Arnold Schwarzenegger now?
Someone told me that it sounds remarkably similar to Jesse Jackson. Chilling. And I want to share the power. Go ahead, Buzz.
Mrs. Jackson reportedly threw her husband out of the house after learning of the affair 2 years ago. But now that he's gone public, she's invited the woman and the child into their family. Quoting a source, Jackie told Karen that since it's Jesse's child, they're part of the family now. The source also says Jesse even wants her and his wife to all be together.
Right, that'll work.
To sweeten the deal for the missus, Jackson just bought her a Lincoln Town Car and a trip to Europe.
Which missus?
Well, the one he's really married to.
The one that I've shared my life with.
Well, you're married to Maria Shriver.
That's right. I'm looking forward to the next Terminator movie. It should be a good time. I play a very powerful robot that eventually has to give up the ghost. And I will be back.
An earthquake in India today killed more than 2,000 people and injured another 3,000. Near Joliet, Illinois today, a Salvation Army van crossed the median on I-55 and hit a tractor trailer.
10 passengers in the van
Buzz,
died.
excuse me, I know you have very important news.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CBS family has finally come up with something yesterday. They have donated something for us. We are on the lowest rung of the show business ladder.
Superb bowl hat. How about one for my kid? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Buzz, I realize you were just telling us that 2,000 Indians died, but at that precise moment, a lady from CBS came by with a stack of free hats.
Well, that's wonderful.
And a bunch of lapel pins, which we are now scarfing like morons at a Who concert.
So you have that.
Yeah, we got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Incidentally, 2000, what was it, Buzz?
I actually moved on from there. Near Joliet, Illinois, today, a Salvation Army van.
Buzz, I want to tell these ladies why. What was the story?
The previous story was that 2,000 people died in India in an earthquake today. And the
2,000 people died in India today. But you know what? We stopped that story because we were happy you gave us free hats.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
A horrible earthquake with much loss of life, and we stopped to get hats.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you, ladies. We spit on their graves for these free hats.
David Letterman's announcer. It's Alan Coulter.
Near Joliet, Illinois today, a Salvation Army van crossed the median on I-55, hit a tractor trailer. 10 passengers in the van died. The driver's in critical condition. The truck driver is in good condition.
That's good.
Attorney General wannabe John Ashcroft denies asking a job applicant if he's gay. Ashcroft, who reportedly opposes gay rights, was governor of Missouri when he interviewed a man who later became an aide to Senator Moynihan.
Yes, Fez. Yeah, right.
Paul Offner. Hey. Paul Offner's the man's name. He says Ashcroft demanded an answer to that question. At first, Ashcroft's people said he does not recall the incident. Now,
I do not recall.
Ashcroft says...
I do not recall. I do not recall.
Ashcroft says it never happened, not with Offner or anybody else. But Offner says he was only asked 2 questions in that interview, whether he's gay and whether he's ever taken illegal drugs.
And that was the answer, right?
Did you even hear that?
Yes,
I
we did.
just farted.
Sponsorable, I think.
www.egars.com.
There you go.
Buzz, you know, I'm finding that somehow the cadence is just not working as well when we can't look at you.
I think we have to eyeball Buzz.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we have to bring him to the next Super Bowl.
I think so.
That'll never happen.
Well, I know this. We got him a beautiful hat.
Yeah.
And we got 2,000 dead Indians to thank for it.
Absolutely right.
Buzz, we have to break here.
Okay.
We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Watched The Simpsons the other night, and Bart Simpson hadn't done his homework, and he's afraid to take a history test. Well, he was praying for snow, and it was a blizzard, and so the little girl reminded him that hey, you prayed to get some extra time to study for that history test, and made him go up there and study, and he got him a 59, which was a failing grade, but then the teacher gave him a 60, and he passed the 4th grade.
Live from the Super Bowl, it's Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Our Super Bowl sponsor, Geico. Geico, where one 15-minute phone call can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Buzz, we are running out of our satellite time. Let's squeeze a little more news and comments in right here. Hi, Buzz.
All right. Hi, Don and Mike. A top official from the Nixon White House says Liddy's theory about hookers makes a lot of sense. Now a Christian...
Libby makes a lot of sense.
I like Gordon Libby. Now a Christian minister, Chuck Colson, says it's one of the most plausible explanations of the Watergate break-in he's ever heard. Talk show host G. Gordon Liddy, who orchestrated the burglary at Democratic headquarters in 1972, says he thinks the purpose was to find evidence of a prostitution ring. Quoting Colson, who testified in a defamation lawsuit against Liddy yesterday, "I've never thought people were breaking in for political intelligence." Liddy's being sued for over $5 million by a woman who was once the secretary for the Democratic National Committee. Now
Chuck Colson's credible.
Now a bitter enemy of Liddy, former Nixon staffer John Dean may be called next to testify.
Dean! The mother chucker. So listen, Buzz.
Yes.
We're rooting for G in this.
Of course, yes.
Does it appear that he's winning, or can you even tell at this point if he's winning?
It's looking better. I think the balance is beginning now to tip more in his favor. Of course, it's now now his attorney's turn to present their case, and it'll be up to the jury, of course, in the end to make the decision between the two cases, but he certainly made a comeback at this point.
Buzz, is there any chance that John Dean's going to be calling his sister on the stand?
Who's that?
Deborah?
Wow. That'd be good.
I'm sorry.
Miami police.
Or her brother.
Her brother?
Dizzy.
Or Jimmy.
Their father.
Okay.
Miami police have once again answered an O.J. call. Actually, the call came from the neighbors of his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Christine Prody, the one who looks eerily like the late Nicole.
Hello? This is O.J.
When police arrived...
Oh, O.J. didn't make the call.
No.
They made the call about O.J.
Right. The neighbors called because they heard noise at Christine Prody's house. And when police arrived, they found Christine unhurt, but she told them the yelling they heard came from O.J., who was furious about her coming home late.
This is O.J. Join me for a beautiful weekend.
Join me for a lovely, lovely double murder. Slice my wife's head off.
Damn it, Tony.
Beautiful weekend. Damn it, Tony. I'm trying to cut a slot.
Beautiful decapitation.
Simpson wasn't there when police arrived. Last night, Christine told Fox News, everything's fine.
Paul Quinn College cordially invites you to a beautiful decapitation.
Court TV says the Ray Caruth murder trial was its hottest show since the O.J. trial. Court TV says 327,000 people watched the trial and that about 500,000 tuned in for the verdict.
Join me for a lovely, lovely murder trial.
The Baltimore Ravens have outscored the New York Giants on the court dockets. 11 members of the Ravens Super Bowl roster have arrest records, according to the possibly biased New York Post. The Giants have 6 players with rap sheets, led by quarterback Kerry Collins, who was convicted on DUI charges. The best-known Raven convict is, of course, Ray Lewis, who pleaded guilty to obstructing justice in a murder case. On average, 14...
And please, Buzz.
Yes, yes.
A man who compares himself to Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we should include that. On average, 14% of the players in this year's Super Bowl have been arrested at some point in their lives for everything from drugs to shoplifting. That's up from last year's 11%. A book on the subject says 21% of all NFL players have records.
21. Buzz, we got time for one more story.
This is good. People who have been watching DirecTV without paying for it, they're going to have to watch the Super Bowl through their regular antenna. The satellite company has developed a nifty new technology that actually fries the receiver boxes that contain counterfeit authorization cards. The guy who made and sold one of the first pirate cards says he figures the company has already zapped some 200,000 boxes.
You love that, and I'm glad you love that, because you stopped me from going over the edge and buying one of those bad boxes. Thank you.
Good
Buzz has always kept me away from bad boxes.
Yeah, very good. Always good to avoid those bad boxes.
Yeah. Coach Touchstone, right there, time for a call 100, a prize package, selected especially for you. Be the last call that we take from the Super Bowl right now, 1-877-365-3636. Listen, it's been a long day. It's been a long, long day. Join me for a lovely, lovely call-in contest. Right now,
100th caller at Paul Quinn College.
Try to cut a spot, Tony.
Let's go to break, Lisa. Call 100 right now.
This is the Don and Mike.
34-year-old quarterback tells a Dallas TV station he thinks he can help the Cowboys again.
How do you help the Cowboys again? I don't need these concussions. Haven't in any way affected my ability to play, Coach Landry.
Why is Jesse Jackson talking now?
I'll be back. Aikman led Big D to 3 Super Bowl titles, but got 2 concussions last season. Tiger Woods has seen his string of consecutive PGA rounds at par or under come to an end. Woods shot a 2-over par 73 today at the Phoenix Open, ending the streak.
Oh, we're sorry.
At 52 rounds. Oh, God. Finally, there's more than one way to roll marijuana. A fry cook in a small town in Texas took to rolling pot into the breakfast burritos he made for his customers.
All right, Ardinger's Cafe. They're ready, sir.
Unfortunately for him, one of those customers was a police officer who ordered a whole big bunch of them. The cook now faces up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. He's also been fired from his job at Whataburger. I'm Buzz Burbank.
Mike was just effing with you.
On the Don and Mike Show.
Thank you, Mike. Actually, we have got to go. We want to thank our guest today, Boomer Esiason, Bonnie Bernstein, who's coming out to Reno with us, Randy Cross and his gigantic teeth, George Gimple from Channel 4 in Washington. Also, Rudy Marsky. Want to thank Michelle from the Redskins. Helped us a lot getting our passes worked out. Also, Lisa and Wendell, our engineer. And, of course, limited thanks to Carlos Broyhill. Yay! Super Bowl show is brought to you by Geico, where one 15-minute phone call can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Have a great weekend. Love you, Frida. Love you, Bart. Hope my boy feels good. I do, too, and have a fantastic time at that game, Don. We will. You hear all about it on Monday's episode. And, of course, you know, nothing but sunshine for the Golden Boy this weekend.
Yes, sunshine, fun time, golf time.
That's it. We got to go. Lisa, let's hit those touchstones and get a call 100 right now. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello. 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 Hello.
I am caller 100.
There you go. Thank you, my friend. What's your name?
This is Lee in Reno.
Lee in Reno.
Yes, sir.
Lee, we're coming out there. We're going to be at Tahoe at Harrah's.
Yes, it's going to be our fabulous Reno Tahoe style show.
And Bonnie Bernstein joining us. You have won a copy of the movie The Cell. The Cell is rated R, starring Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn. Now available to rent at your local video warehouse location. Enjoy, and thanks for listening.
Thank you, Don and Mike.
All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Don't hurt yourself. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Back on Monday to tell you everything that happened this weekend, all the crap that happens at the game. Right. All the Survivor crap, all of that. Oh, and, hey, Charlie, do we have that hypnotist Monday? Yes. Gary Conrad.
Oh, that guy, the huckster.
No. He's not the one we thought was the huckster.
All right.
He's not the one that Aline Cunningham's son had was the huckster.
Oh, that
was
right.
Tom Silver. The one that we liked.
Tom Silver was the huckster.
The one that we liked was the guy who hypnotized Buzz.
So what kind of hypnotist is this?
This is the guy who hypnotized Buzz.
Oh, that's right.
And remember, then Buzz came in a day later and said he wasn't really hypnotized.
Well, we'll do it right the second time.
Yeah, good luck.
That's on Monday's episode. Thank you and good night, Buzz.
Thank you and good night, Don.
Thank you. Good night, Buzz.
Thank you. Good night, Don.
And now, Robbie.
Hiya, pal.
Here you go. Throw that hat in the air. You know what? I don't have the sheet to tell me what button to hit here. These guys are in touch. Mike, don't hit that button. Don't hit that button. You don't know what that button's going to do. Thank you. Got it. You couldn't help yourself, could you? You couldn't help yourself.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be playing with this, but it's so fun to play with.
Please, throw your hat in the air just like Sydney. Tyler Moore.
You might just make it after all.
Very nicely done. That's it. We will see you Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Mike, keep your hands away from this machine.
Offer my bug.
Bye-bye. So long. And goodbye again.
Be kind. And I hope the next performance I have the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.
This is the Don and Mike Show.